All right. Good morning, everybody. If you can hear me and if I sound okay, if you could hit that number 1, that would be helpful. Make sure that we are not having any audio issues. So hit that number 1, please. Kevin, Jocko, Crypto, Random, Todd. Oh, give me a 0.99. Evil, Brad, Timbo. All right, perfect. Hoover, thank you. All right, very quickly, for those of you that watch this in the archive, thank you very much. If you want to have something to continue to watch in the archive, though, then I got to be very upfront and kind of hit you between the eyes. This is totally viewer supported, so got to use code CLAY, all caps, to help support the stream, and you can save yourself some money by using code CLAY with any of these prop firms. You will get whatever the current promotions are. Plus, like I said, you're helping to support the stream, and that'll ensure that you have something to continue to watch. I recommend. I love Take Profit Trader. I think they're the king of the business, but I do understand everybody's at different stages of their journey. So like I said, wherever you're at, if you're with any of these prop firms, and like I said, you want to save yourself money, help support the stream, then code CLAY, all caps, is how you can do that. And for everybody that has used the code already, I really do appreciate it, and I thank you for it. All right. Let's get this party started here. Well, good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, May 6th. The year is 2026, and a lot of blown accounts today, I am sure, out there. A day where I don't know if this action keeps up, but we've kind of made a switch into the past, I don't know, 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks. If somebody's like, oh man, did you see that spike? The spike is maybe worth, I don't know, 20, 30 points. But we are back today where a spike is like minimum 40 to 60 points. And those sorts of movements, if your position size is right, you can withstand a 20-point spike. But even if your position size is okay, if something's spiking 50, 60 points against you, you're toast. You're toast. So one of those days where I think that caught a lot of people off guard. And I'll put it this way. If you have not cooked an account, I would say you are the exception and not the rule. Because it is, there have been, even this movement right here, this almost cooked me. So I have not cooked any accounts today, but I was very, very close. I was thinking, you know what? Look at this. It's doing a good job. Strong move up. It's pulled back. It's doing a good job hovering right around this area. All right, maybe thinking about a long. I never did quite press it. But, right around here from 65 down to basically 4. So that was right there a 60-point drop to have it just come right back up. 60 points, very hard to weather that storm, even if your position size is okay. So that's just one example. I know we had a couple members in our private community right there that they're like, yeah, that one got me. And I can see why. I can see why you would be long. But when it all of a sudden just spikes 60 points down and then comes back up, yeah, stuff like that can be very, very hard. So yeah, don't beat yourself up too hard if you lost an account or two today. Like that's today. These periods are always a little tricky when things are kind of slow, spikes are 20 points, and then all of a sudden spikes become 60 points. It's like, whoa. Is that why Meta fell? I don't, yeah, I'm not sure. I can't say that I've been tracking Facebook at all today. I don't trade stocks, so I don't know why Meta fell. I don't trade more than 2MNQ at a time, and that can be helpful. But even 2MNQ on a 50-point drop, that can sure add up very, very quickly against you. Maybe not cook your account, but yeah. So everybody, that was my long-winded way of just kind of encouraging everybody to keep an eye on your position sizing. But yeah, how are everybody's days going so far? Green, red, terrible, great, best day ever, worst day ever. Hey, Tom, passed an account, cooked an account. I only did a flip day today. Going to be in pro tomorrow. Nice job. Krager up 500. Very good job. Sorry to hear that, random. All green. Nice job. I'm up 4,500 on MU. Green 9 days straight. Stop counting your win streak. Stop right now. I've been there, brother. You are on the pathway to a train wreck. Stop counting your win streak, because eventually you're going to start to break rules in the name of continuing the win streak. Well, crap, if I take a losing trade here, then my streak ends at, XYZ amount of days. All right, let me just see if I can work myself out of it. It's not worth it. Don't just trade. Just trade. Win streaks will take care of themselves. Up 2K on. Listen. All right, Airbus helped you. Not good. Oh, sorry to hear that, Compton. Jason got 5 evals. Nice job, Jason. Someone called me and I missed a good entry. Are you sure it was a good entry, or is it an entry that would have gotten you cooked? You're right. I don't look at it that way. Yeah, but you are. You are. That's the thing. The mere fact you're telling me about your win streak tells me you're focused on the win streak. So, I mean, that's just very dangerous. Because you do care about that win streak. Hence, you tracking the win streak and telling us all about it. Again, good job. Good job. I'm just saying, I've been there before. I bet many others have been here before. Where you find yourself starting to get a little loose on the rules just for the sake of, well, I don't want to have a red day. So maybe you don't break any rules, but you force a trade because maybe you're slightly red and you're like, crap. Okay, I know this isn't quite a really good setup, but I only need a little bit more to get back to green, and then getting back to green keeps the win streak going, and then you're now taking not so good of setups. We already have enough voices in our head as traders. No need to introduce even more voices. Why aren't you showing your trades on the live stream? The stream starts once trading is finished, but you'll be uploading a video of your live trading session tomorrow. Why aren't you showing your I show lots of trades on the live stream. I'm not sure what. Maybe I'm misunderstanding your message. Anybody that has been here for more than one live stream knows that I show. Yeah, I think I'm misunderstanding something. So let's see what we can find. I mean, yeah, I don't. Do I show every? No, because I don't start live streaming until now. But like, I definitely do show trades on the live stream. Yeah, I guess that's probably what he means, but he didn't really say that he didn't word it too well. I mean, yeah, the stream starts once trading is finished. That statement right there is just, yeah, so that's why I don't know what he means, because no, trading is not finished. Yeah, I don't know. But if he wants to clarify himself, maybe I can provide some clarity to him. All right, well, if this pulls back here a little bit, could just see myself interested down around here. But up here right now, not too interested in doing anything long-wise. And a short, I don't know. I don't really see anything for a short up there either. So right now, just kind of got to try to be patient here and see what the chart wants to allow to develop. Oil, and then it's just like little examples. I don't think so. I can try real quick, Lobber. All right, log in. 1001, 1002. No, I got logged in about 2 seconds. I don't know. Maybe try a different browser or something. I'm down bad on my swing trades. Yeah, that can happen with swing trades. Those overnight holds can get a little spicy. What up, Miss G? Hey, Jaws or Jose. The dumbest word. I think my record is, I can't remember now. I think this might not be exact, but I think at one point, Meech, I once, to pass a test, I had to make $1.50. Talk about like, okay, I got to make okay, surely that is where the ego steps up big time, because nobody wants that story part of their journey. Yeah, I was once $1.50 away from passing, and I cooked the account. I did pass it, by the way, but it's Jose. Yeah, probably. Probably since the J is an H in Espanol. Hey, morning, Alex. Morning, Johnny. Hey, Lauren. Well, as of now, it's not wanting to pull back. Where'd RV go? RV shows up, says a bunch of crazy stuff, and now he's gone. I don't. Live streaming is so confusing. It's so confusing. It's Polish. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I mean no offense. I'm not intentionally mispronouncing your name. If you need a $1.50, you trade 6 minis minimum. I mean that is a good rule. You full port if you need a $1.50. Nothing else makes sense. So maybe just maybe some sort of short up around this dotted brown line, which is a pivot point. But yeah, that's what I mean by short. We're kind of just out in the middle of nowhere right now from the short standpoint. I guess maybe you could look at that as a potential area, but and then like I said, a long pullback here, I'd be interested up around the previous breakout point. You have the 50 period moving average right there on the 5 minute. But yeah, that's just what I mean. Right now we're kind of out in the middle of no man's land. So for me, we are. Maybe you use the Ecuadorian Fibonacci levels, and there's like a precise point right up around here, but I don't use the Ecuadorian pivot points. So oh, yikes, Alfonso, yeah. Meanwhile, I'm up 860 on NQ overnight. Good job there. I've never tried that one, Random. Never tried it. Have you tried, sorry, Labrador, somebody already, have you tried just, what is that? One of those incognito browser tabs? I know it was a joke, you dented baboon. Holy smokes. The photostatic wobbler VWAP. Yeah, I thought that was a real thing, you dent. Okay. The random hero apparently has started to hang around new people too, and these new people are encouraging him to sniff paint. Stop. Find new friends. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, we were talking earlier, Nathan, about I would say if you did not lose an account today, you were the exception, not the rule. The Iranian fib, yeah, it could. The 89, exactly. Is there I did maybe a rising wedge. Yeah, I'm not quite seeing a rising wedge. I can see at least the upper part of it. I don't know if I see a lower part of it. I haven't had an easier day in a long time. Well, good job, Vlad. I'm glad that today has been quote-unquote easy for you. Almost lost an account earlier, but I brought it back to life. Good job. What news source do you use? I just use the chart. Chart is the best news source because the chart will tell you the two most important things about news. It'll tell you A, that news has happened, and B, and probably the most important thing, what the market actually thinks about the news. So yeah, the chart is my news source. There is no faster news source than the chart itself. All right, maybe finally a little bit of a pullback here. Too many people, myself included, when I got started, think you need to know what the news is. That's irrelevant. All we need to know as traders is that there is news and what the market thinks about the news. Not what you think about the news. Nobody cares about what you think about the news. As traders, we need to know what the collective group thinks about the news. How do you know what the collective group thinks about the news? By watching the chart. And then yes, and secondary way, the chat is kind of the news source because eventually they'll dig and find out what it is. But I just ask about that because I'm more from a curiosity standpoint. First time trading the open today, small green. Ooh, uncle. Okay. Almost all. Okay, you brought that. Okay, I only took one trade today. Gotta VWAP bounce on the 5-minute. All right, Alfonso, good job. We'll try our best to provide you with some vibes. Today's my second red day in a row, but it was a red day not in. Yeah, Nas. Again, today was a transition from kind of not necessarily slow movement, but like I said, if this candle happened yesterday, this is maybe what, like maybe 20 points, maybe 25 points. Today, this candle range was 26 up to 80. So whoever wants to do the math on that's a big candle there. Oh yeah. Actually, oh yeah, that is actually oil. That's MCL right there. So that's NQ trades right there, and then the second one was oil. So yes, I actually did make some oil trades. But as of now, oil is kind of just back inside of a little bit of a range. Craig, there you go. I was hoping, yeah, just if that's all you're gonna pull back, well then I'm gonna struggle to find something right now. But the stream is young. We'll find something. Was it? Yeah. Was it yesterday? No, what is today? No, yeah. Okay, yeah. Monday. Okay, yeah. Man, it's only Wednesday today. Monday was a real rough stream. Like hammers, like did not like they just didn't work. And then yesterday, like I could do no wrong with the hammers. Hey, Deadeye, what leverage are you using? I don't know what the leverage is because I'm not. The leverage is this. This is the great thing about prop firms and the leverage they offer you. So for 102, I hear a siren out there. You guys hear that? Is Mike picking it up? But it's like, or at least I thought it was blue skies. Let me check real quick. There's not like a tornado. Maybe that's just a test. Maybe it's a test. It must be a test. Yeah, okay. That's just a test I hear. Anyways, it does. Yeah, maybe they just must be testing the tornado siren. Beginning of the mouth touch. Yeah, that would make sense. Anyways, so back to the leverage thing. However you want to look at this, but if you're to go with Take Profit Trader, buy an account, it would cost you 102 with code Clay. That's giving you 50K purchasing power. What does 50K give you? It gives you the ability to buy up to 6 NQ contracts or 60 MNQ contracts. So, I mean, however you want to look at that leverage, there you go. Why do you go live only after you're already up 1K? Why aren't you showing the whole trading session from the start? Because in the morning, I'm with my private community who are paying members, RV. So my dedication and loyalty lies to the paying customer in the morning session. Which you are welcome to join, RV. And I don't know if you're trying to imply like I'm hiding stuff, but stick around. You'll see. You'll read trades. You'll see some really bad streaming. You'll see some really bad sessions. In fact, check out Monday's live stream. But this is where okay. See, so now we're on the other end of this pendulum. On Monday, people were here telling me I'm a scammer because I'm a terrible trader. Like I don't know how to trade. Like I'm a pathetic trader. Now we're on the other end of the spectrum. Hey, RV shows up. Hey, you little scammer. How come you don't show everything? You always show up and you're always green. Why do you show up when you're up? You know? So literally in anything in life, you cannot win. You cannot win. There's always going to be a critic. Join through YouTube? No, you have to join through my my website. In fact, on that note, okay, now you guys watch. I'm going to get accused of RV being like a plant, and we staged all this. So here's the private community. Okay. So this morning, because you guys wouldn't believe me if I told you. So here's just an example. Here it is right here. I'll just bring it over. Okay. So right here. This was made at 10:05 Eastern. NQ approaching support zone between pivot point, dotted brown, and 200 pink SMA. So calling out, we have this support zone right here. And calling out how NQ is approaching that area. Okay, so let's see how the price actually did at that area. So the 5 minute, or was that NQ? Oh, I'm sorry, NQ. Oh, right here. Look at this. Price came down here. Look at that. Went nicely right in between those two areas. There's the brown pivot point. There's the pink line. I guess not technically totally between, but very close. Right down there, and then ba-boom, a beautiful bounce. So that is how it works, and there's the link up above if anybody is interested. Is it free? No, it's not free. It's a whopping $8.25 per week because it goes quarterly. It's $99 for 3 months, which if you do the math, that breaks down to $8.25 per week. I make no guarantees, but I do think you'll get at least $8.25 per week of value. I'm pretty confident in that regard. Again, I am not doing, there's no live video. People in my inner circle are savages. They're wolves. They're independent thinkers. They could take a picture like I just showed and then think for themselves from there. If you are a lazy sheep that just wants to blindly follow people, I'm not for you, brother, sister, or furry. Not for you. There's plenty of other people that will prey upon your laziness, though. But I'm one of the few out there that will just tell you, you're being lazy, you're going to get cooked. We're not a good match. But Clay, I don't want to have to think for myself. Yeah, I could. Go waste your money somewhere else. By somebody that won't tell you the truth, that will make it sound like, just follow my signals. You don't have to make any thought process. You don't have to think at all. Just follow my signals. Yes. The world is filled with signal services because they understand people are lazy. People don't think for myself, huh? I'm not here to think for myself, Clay. What are you talking about? Okay. Hey, Fairchild. I'm so mean. I'm so mean by telling people that they're lazy and that they need to learn to think for themselves. I'm a mean old man. Get off my lawn. Where you at, RV? Isn't that weird? Good old RV. I know, RV. I know. I'll save you the headache, brother. I realize I am now a scammer because I have a chat that I charge $8.25 per week. I know. I'm a scammer now. But the crazy thing is, it is amazing how well of a filter that serves. Is it perfect? No. But it is rare we ever get a troll or anybody in there. Just a small paywall. The filtering power of a small paywall is mind-blowing. Why don't you just give the people what they want? Well, what do the people want? I hope Jay comes back. So if I pay this, yeah, signals. Because that's not what they need. Believe it or not, as shocking as it is, don't get me wrong, I'm running a for-profit business, so don't hear what I'm not saying. But I actually do want to see people succeed. And I believe you can do both. I believe you can run a for-profit business and see people succeed. Now, if I was just running a for-profit business, I agree. Just give the people what they want, even if it's not what they actually need. Who cares? Because you don't care if they succeed or not. So yeah, just give them signals because the business sense would be a lot easier. But believe it or not, I actually do want people to succeed, not only in trading, but in life. So with that comes, yeah, well, I'm not going to give the people what they want because sometimes what people want is not what they need. Can you please quickly review what all the lines are? But pop breakout, you sound like you'd be somebody that I could sell some oceanfront property to in Nebraska. So I have a great deal for you. I have oceanfront property in Nebraska. I'll sell you at a bargain price, brother. Who asked that? Robert F. Brower. Are you still here, Robert F. Brower? Because I don't want to go over the lines. If you're not still here. Okay. This green line here is a 21 EMA. Pink line is a 200 SMA. Purple line is the 50 SMA. It'll be up here, I think. Where's my VWAP at? Huh? Anyways, there should be a dotted. Am I dented? Is a VWAP? Okay, let me get rid of these lines here. Uh-oh. Am I having a glitch right now? I don't know where my VWAP's at, but there should be a dotted yellow line somewhere, and that is VWAP. Oh, yeah, just the pink and the purple. Pink is 200 SMA. Purple is 50 SMA. All right, Mitch, I like that. Trade plan in real time. Yeah, Arizona also has some nice oceanfront property. Tempest, you got to just do some day trades, dude. Come on, brother. All right, I don't know if this is... I mean, this is starting... Okay, I will also concede now that it seems like we do have a rising wedge, I think. In theory. Let's see. Boom. Yeah. So I'm bearisher now. Hey, Jimbo. Whoa, dude. How that had to have happened fast. I saw Jimbo's message, Clayman. I glanced at the emoji and I looked back and it had broken down through there. That was fast. All right. We'll see if this might look to play a back test. So if this candle closes down below the yellow line here, if it wants to come back up and bump its head on this trend line right here, I might try a short. So this candle's got about 30 seconds more before, all right, at the 21 EMA. Is it going to hold here? Crap. Well, congrats to anybody that took that breakdown. Like I said, I glanced over, and by the time I looked back, it had already... The move had happened. Hey, good morning, Cam. I would rather be in the free chat with the trolls. That's the entertainment. I mean, okay. Rationalize. That's fine. That's fine. It's weird how people rationalize things. The rationalization to avoid paying $8.25 per week is crazy sometimes. Hey, Danny. Richard, profitable day. Congrats, Richard. Hey, Ravin. Day's been fine so far. Stop, Mitch. Well, I mean, it's easy to say that in hindsight, but it happens. Like I said, if this wants to bounce up here, I'm interested in a potential short up around that yellow line. Okay. A little bit more. Am I being too picky? Maybe. But I wanted to see it actually hit the yellow line. Okay, and short. Now, if this thing is just going to go straight back up, it won't be pleasant. Come on. Come on, smack it back down, Treadline. Come on. Come on down. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. That was stupid. All right, out. Well, that was obnoxious. I guess in hindsight, I should have scalped, but oh well. Robert, I am trading futures through a prop firm, so that stuff does not matter. I can make as many day trades. So I just completed a trade right there. If I wanted to, I could put on another trade right now immediately. Yeah, you don't have to worry about any of that settlement stuff or margin or blah, 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 blah. That's the great thing about futures, and then even better yet, futures through the prop firm. Yeah, you don't have to wait for any of that stuff. So I understand why you're asking those questions, but wow. Well, I'm glad I got out. Well, that was, it was a true breakdown of the rising wedge, but it was a rising wedge, which basically zero follow through, zero continuation. So moral of the story, if you're green to start the stream, inverse the stream trades. I mean, not really, no. Where were you yesterday with your backhanded comments, Jay Haas? Look at that. You can't make that up. Look at that upper trend line. Love the Jay Hosses of the world. Winning trade, winning trade, winning trade. He's nowhere to be found. Losing trade. He shows up with his comment. Thank you, keeping the West wild. Appreciate that. To anybody reading the message, I realize it's a nitpick, but unfortunately, it's a nitpick I must do. It's all caps, code Clay. There you go. Yes, that right there. Not giving up. Code Clay, all caps, is technically the code. Because for some reason, some prop firms will not take it if it's not all caps. All right, well, we just are bumping our heads on, so I'll bring over the 5 minutes since I was talking about this earlier. But the pivot point right here is that right now right where the price is doing battle. And as of now has been bumped its head right off that area. So maybe another short up here now. All right, I'm going to get rid of that line. Okay, I'm short. Again, this is mainly based off of that 5 minute, as I just showed you, because of that pivot point. Come on, pivot point. Spank it back down. Come on. Come on. There we go. Take a little scalpy scalp there. Yeah, oh man, Brian, brutal moves, Brian. Thank you for using the code, but I wish it were under better circumstances. I don't know, Steph. I am on the team. If I'm owed a payout, I take the payout. So if I'm owed 43 cents, I'm taking that 43 cents. Because at that point, it is officially guaranteed. It's like guaranteed revenue at that point. Anything that you leave in your account, sure, you're still getting a benefit from it in the sense of you're building buffer. But as far as the benefit of like that's guaranteed revenue, it is not yet guaranteed revenue. So I'd rather just take the guaranteed revenue. And yes, I am sacrificing the benefit of a bigger buffer, but that's all right. I've been learning how to trade, and it's so easy. Haven't had a... Well, there you go, Barbara. Sounds like you are well on your way to owning multiple private jets and multiple homes and everything. There you go. All right, well, that the pivot point, it's still doing its job over at the 5 minute. I could have taken a 10K payout a couple months ago. I wanted more. Are you serious, Zach? Did you tell us about that before? It seems like I would like to think that I would have remembered something like that. That is a horrific story. I mean, I'm not trying to rub the salt in the wound, buddy, but goodness. What do you mean? Nothing. I don't mean anything by a trade plan. I mean a Barbara. Just do a Barbara. Keep doing a Barbara White 1966. That's all you need to do. You just do your thing. What are we waiting for at the moment? Well, I'm waiting for a setup. Someone asked for a plan. What does that mean? It would mean to tell us where you're buying at as a price, where your stop loss at as a price, and where your target is as a price. So that would be the three numbers. If you want any sort of credibility around here is built on those three numbers. I would go, Tariq, with the 50K. You may end up not liking the 50K, but per the premise as a beginner that's just getting started with the prop firm space, or at least with Take Profit Trader, I think 50K is a good starting spot. Yeah, that exactly. So we can copy what you do. Yes. I'd rather have 5 more evals than I'd rather have 5 more evals than an extra. Oh yeah, that's a good way to look at it. That's a good way to look at it. Yeah. Trying to lose money, trying to get. Well, George? Who are you using? What prop firm? Oh, okay, Barbara. Thank you. Well, do you realize how much you have to lose, George? You're making. It sounds like you're making this way more difficult than it needs to be. How much do you need to lose? Man, that pivot point is doing work. No, we scare away the lip flappers, such as yourself. So you won't be around here very much longer, Barbara. I get it, you're a troll, but at some point, it's very easy to just determine who a troll is, because trolls and newbies are scared of the 3 numbers. Okay, George, all I'm asking for, brother, how much do you have to lose? I'm trying to help you out. But in order to help you out, brother, just please, how much do you have to lose? Revenge traded myself. Oh, yeah. Revenge trading is exhausting. Are pivot points not an option? They are. How do I get those? There. Price levels. No, that's not where they are. Where are they? Oh, and wait. Maybe here? Channels, I bet. No. Okay, indicators, channels, pivots, right there. There they are. I haven't said anything mean or rude. No, you've said something way worse. You said something completely ignorant, such as trading is easy. I mean, there's nothing more ignorant that you could say than that. So that's actually more insulting than you being mean or rude. That level of ignorance is beyond mean or rude. So that is why we all think you're trolling, because we all understand that trading is certainly not easy. So the mere fact you think it's easy is because you're a troll, or you are just so ignorant right now that it is off the charts. Those are the 2 possibilities. So, yeah. You need to lose $9,000. Okay. Well, then all you got to do, George, load up NQs so that the commissions eat away at things. So max out, go full port, however, whatever account size that is. Max out your NQs, and then just go buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. And it'll start to come down. And then once you get closer, then switch over to MNQs. And then towards the end, you'll probably be doing that with like 1 or 2 MNQ to bring it down as close as you can get to it. Okay, Barbara, do you want to see how much? Do you want to see my future telling ability? Some people say psychics don't exist, but I'm about to be one. You want to see? You want to see me be a psychic regarding you? Everybody's about to call me Miss Cleo. This is a serious question. Why would someone want to lose? I'm about to be Miss Cleo. Let me know. Let me know, Barb. Maybe a short up around this trend line. Oh, I didn't even get to make my prediction. Do you see how that works, folks? You ask somebody. I mean, this is the pattern over and over again. In fact, it might be the same person. You ask somebody for numbers. They refuse. They go ad hominem. We're now weird. And then they leave. Do you see how powerful the three numbers is? Like, for the troll or the ignorant, it's just like, you can't make this stuff up. There it is. Excuse, ad hominem fallacy, I'm out of here. There we go. Well, yes, I know. The beard is still somewhat new. And that right there, that's how you keep a clean community. That right there is how you build a community, a culture with reasonable, not obnoxious people. Those three numbers. Amazing how powerful those three numbers are. Any promo code? Do not reset a pro account, Danny. You've been here a million times and you don't listen. Danny Sanchez are the people that want to make me lose my mind. Danny Sanchez has been around since almost I started this live stream, and they're talking nonsense. No, there aren't. I just reset 3 pro accounts. Well, I'm just going to assume that that's not true. For my mental sanity, I'm telling myself that's not the truth. If it is, I may have to block you. So I know, in other words, just don't even confirm or deny. Jeez, brutal commentary today, and it just got even more brutal after reading that comment. Brutal. All right, maybe we can get a move up to this trend line for a short. There's no, I mean, there's... I mean, I don't want to be mean, but like, there is no way that that was actually a woman. Like, I do not know a woman that would post a picture like that on her social media, okay? Again, pretty lady in the picture, but not exactly the most flattering photo for this pretty lady. So, like, I assure you on that backbone alone, there is no way that that was a real person. That was everybody just playing along, or at least that was me just playing along. Again, you can concede a lady is pretty, but there's no way any lady is going to post an unflattering picture of themselves on their profile. Like, have you never met? I mean, a guy would, because guys are idiots, right? We're idiots. Like, we could be like, haha, that's hilarious. Look how dumb I look. Let's make that my social media picture. Like, guys are idiots. But, like, no way a woman is going to look at a picture and be like, man, that's an awkward picture. Man, let's put that on my social media. Come on, folks. So let me put it this way. There were clues. No, Cheryl, yours is not. No, yours is not the equivalent of Barbara's. It's a new world, Clay. Yeah, except Barbara was on the older side of things, so she's not part of this old world. NQ to the moon. Well, NQ is just going sideways right now. If it wants to go to the moon, fine, but right now it is not to the moon. It is just kind of chopping around. The pivot is indeed putting in work. Yeah, it is. We'll see if it wants to. Like I said, I'm interested in a short appear. A long, it just, something just doesn't feel right. Can I zoom out for 2 seconds? No, not really. You didn't even tell me how far to zoom out. Do you not have a chart, Robert? What? A booger wolf? I've never heard that one before. I might have to use it. I might have to start to call some people here. Oh, gotcha. I mean, I'm open to zooming out, but you got to be a little more specific than that. What do you, like, zoom out what? To like a daily time frame look, a weekly time frame look? But just say zoom out. I don't know what that means. So there you go. There is a learning lesson. Context is key with trading. If you're going to say zoom out, you got to like explain, okay, watch. Here's what I mean. There you go. I just zoomed out. Now, whether or not that was enough for you, I have no idea because you didn't provide any context. No, I'm not going to zoom out to the 1 hour because I am actually trying to trade right now. Okay, maybe along here at 21 EMA. Last time price got down around that area. Very nice bounce. That does not mean it'll for sure bounce again, but I'm going to keep an eye on it. What do these consecutive red candles tell me? It tells me that right now the price is kind of undecided on what it wants to do. Uh-oh. I think Homer just, he might have just irritated the chart. He just called them cute baby candles. Oh, Robert, be honest, be honest. Have you been here before under another name, Robert? Be honest. I'm always suspicious of the people that just created their message, just created a name and show up and they're just talk, almost like they've been here before. Like most people in life, they kind of ease their way into a situation, observe. But man, Robert just created this name yesterday. He showed up today and he's talk. Well, had you been here before yesterday? Have you maybe been banned from here before, Robert? Or are you just one of those talkative people? You just show up and you walk into a room, you know nobody, and just, hey, by the way, it's okay if you've been here before and I banned you, because you're being fine here. Okay, all right. Well, even if you have been banned and you're back, I like this version of you compared to any of your other potential, but okay. Fair enough. All right, well, failed bounce up as it comes back down here now. 525. I'm going to look for a long down at that green line right there. There we go. This is mainly based off of the 5 minute. But I mean, the 2 minutes helping too. 5 minute, we have the 21 EMA right there. But here we also have several instances where the prices bounce from that area. Will the 21 week offer resistance? I'm not sure what you mean by the 21 week. I'm short at 560, stop loss. All right, good job. Nice job, Blobber. Sorry, I'm looking at the invoices. This is cool. I got a text from the plumber with his invoices. So that's pretty cool. I'll tell you what though, you can't pay with credit card. Because then you're paying that extra, what, like 2.5% processing fee? Brutal. So, I've never written so many checks in my life. What are my thoughts on the removal of the 25K? I'm happy for it. It should bring more people in. And then I plan on bringing those people into the world of futures in a prop firm. Because that makes way more sense. I mean, you still need, what, $2,000? But $2,000 in the world of stock. I mean, day trading stocks is just not good. It just mathematically is not good. So, yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited. I think that will bring more people into the world of day trading. And I plan on using this live stream to try to gather them in and help them realize and understand the math behind futures and prop firms and why it makes way more sense. The drainage thing is still being figured out. There might have been a drain tile somewhere that is clogged. I don't know. Yeah, no, a fair question, Bart. But yeah. I didn't know people still accept checks. Here they do. Can I just write you a check, question mark? I'd prefer not to have to pay the processing fee for a credit card. Crap, I got an order out there. Oh boy. Okay. Why don't you guys remind me I got an order sitting out there? Oh, I guess no, I think even a debit card. I don't know how a debit card would work. I don't know. Yeah, Steven, I don't remember it always being this way, but everybody is now baking in. Like, if you use a credit card, they add on the fee. So it doesn't make sense anymore. Like, I'd be all for paying for a credit card if I knew I was getting points. But even if I get 1% cash back, obviously, if I'm paying 2% in fees, I'm still net negative 1%. But NetNob, she was not willing. She said, "Oh no, I'm not going to let you guys just copy off of my flawless trading." All right, now we have, okay, I got to come down. I'm coming down here now. Once again, basically a failed bounce up, so maybe we get more of a push to the downside now. You pay to build, yeah, well, I don't need to build my credit at this point in life. Whoa, hey, somebody had a what was that? All right. So 32 up, that's what I mean, right there. 32 up to basically 75. 40-point move out of nowhere. Right there. So, I mean, if your position size was off from the short side, you're cooked. All I can say is code Clay. Dang, I was... well, on the bright side, I would never been filled. I don't think. Lie to me right now. I would not have been filled anyways, right? That order that I had sitting out there, that would never have been filled anyhow. So I guess I didn't really miss out on anything. How would Barb do on that? Oh, I'm sure Barbara bought right here at the low and sold right up there. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. Yeah, Brian, that is why I don't know. I can see things from all angles because you're absolutely right. In instances like this, dang, having that extra drawdown, it helps. So again, I'm glad you survived, but yeah. That is one of those things where everybody's different, and it's hard to explain. I'm like, well, I don't need 150K in purchasing power. It's like, I understand that. That's true. That's fair. But I don't know. Having that extra drawdown can be nice. Any advice for managing the anxiety of watching the candles? Yeah, I would get another stream of income. Whether that's a part-time job, I don't know, Uber Eats, just something. Because if you were feeling anxiety, that's not good. Something else to consider, maybe just reduce position size. But if you're already at super small position size and you're still feeling anxiety, I would say look into trying to get yourself another stream of income. Okay, if you are feeling anxiety, odds are your position size is too much. An example, put on one MNQ. Now, assuming it's not like a massively crazy volatile day, if you put on one MNQ, I have a hard time believing you're going to start to feel anxiety with one MNQ. Now, you get up to 15 MNQ, 30 MNQ, okay. Paid and reset. Uh-oh. Vision, is that pro account resets? I appreciate your transparency, by the way. Thank you for being so brutally honest about what sounds like for lack of better terms, a horrific day. I feel anxiety because I don't like to lose. Well, that's an ego. That's an ego thing there. So I'm trying to understand your math. There's no way you reset a 150K Pro account 7 times. I guess I'm assuming you meant eval you reset 7 times. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Maggie. If your ego is just that big, then trading is not for you. Like if your ego is so big that you can't be okay with losing, then yeah, then trading by definition is not for you. Like that's one of the basic hurdles. Like I understand I'm a very competitive person, so it's kind of like an oxymoron. Like you've got to be, I would argue, competitive to be a good trader, but you can't be an egomaniac. You've got to be okay with losing. So in other words, if you are that much of an egomaniac, again, how is an egomaniac being defined? You just refuse. Your ego is too big to even be able to accept the fact that you were wrong and lose. If your ego is that big, you are an egomaniac. Egomaniacs have no place in trading. So, yeah. I mean, you're nice, Maggie. We like having you around here, but because you're nice, I'll either fix that or you just find something else. There is zero hope. Yeah, that's a good analogy, Todd. Time for the Bears to play? I don't know. This is interesting. Good solid move, and this good solid move could not even revisit these highs. So potentially a leading indicator here. Okay, yeah, maybe the Bears are getting a little bit stronger. Because all these other pushes at least went to the highs, or at least tested the highs. This seemingly solid push here has already petered out. So, yeah, we'll see if this rolls over some more. Okay, so you were just resetting test accounts is what you're saying. You weren't resetting pros because you can only reset a pro 3 times anyways. And yeah, okay, I guess I'm answering my own question because you said you spent $1,900, and given one pro reset on a 150K is $1,500, you would have spent way more than I. Okay, so at least you tilted in a weird way the right way. It's people that tilt on the pros and start resetting pros. Oh man, you are destroying your ROIs in that regard. So I mean, not good that you tilted, but Vision, I guess it could have been worse. So I'm glad you stayed on the test tilt. Hey, Evo. Is it okay if I combine them into one check? Question mark. Plumber said, yeah, I'd actually prefer you write a check. So he must be getting hit with the fee. I don't know. He must be getting, oh, I bet I know what it is. So the software he's using, they probably take a cut from him. That would make sense. All right, we are right back on the 5-minute. If you were here earlier, we've been talking about this pivot point quite a bit. And check it out once again on the pivot point. Being annoying to the bulls. Hey, James. Good job, Zach. Yeah, that's the step right there. Yeah, yeah, we've done some cash, but when you're building, I don't feel like going to the bank and being like, yeah, it's yeah, there's downfalls to it. Like a small little job, I don't care about like with cash there's no paperwork and there's no paper trail. When I'm building a custom home, I'd like a little bit of a paper trail. Hey, James. Good job, John. Yeah, vision. That's the thing is, it's I've and listen, I'm there. Like I don't, I've done that before, and sometimes maybe it makes sense, but like there are other times where it's like just, I mean, even if especially with take profit trader, you have it's 5 days regardless. So I mean, it actually does not make any sense to pass within just a couple days on take profit trader, anyways. Do we get the break up through the pivot? That's again doesn't you can only see it here, but yeah, that's where it keeps getting rejected right up on that 5 minute pivot. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, agreed. I agree with your analysis of yourself. It sounds like you were pretty reckless today, but I've been reckless before too. I appreciate you being honest with yourself. Hello, Jimbo. I found it. I found it. Yeah, Jason, I hear you. Uh oh, my freedom lives. The man of mystery made a message and then it's gone. It's gone. Now I'm just left here to wonder. I'll just assume he called me pretty. That's probably what it was. He was like, "Man, this guy." He told me how pretty I am, but then he was worried that I'd be weirded out by it. Make sure your builder puts plenty of dead wood. Dead wood? We either got a typo or I have no idea what's going. Or you mean maybe like dead wool, like some sort of insulation? I've never heard of dead wood. In what? Hey, Ronnie. Wood for mounting things. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. I mean, that's true. That's true. Because if the wood was alive in the walls, then branches would start to grow. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, no. Thank you, Freedom. That makes sense. Well, the pivot point has once again held. Yeah, yeah. That's used for something else. All right, I might be going into baboon mode here, but I do like these higher lows. It's slowly creeping back up. Can it push up through here? Which again, this where the crosshair is basically right where that pivot point is on the 5 minute. Okay, I'm in. Long. Come on. Get moving. Again, I am long. Do they even make TVs at 120 inches? Is that a thing? I mean, I know you can get projector screens, but... All right. Do I want to add if it comes back up? Maybe. I mean, that's definitely getting aggressive. But I don't know. I like that. Let's do this. I won't double size. I'll add 3. Okay, I'm looking to add some more if it wants to bounce back up to the green line. Not that I think there will be necessarily a spike, but just in case, throw some out there. Come on. And if I can get filled there, that'll be such a nice looking candle. And oh crap. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think we're all set. I'm in. Okay. I'm freaking out here a little bit though. I gotta get out. I mean, you guys saw it right there. My platform log, and now okay, now it's acting as if I'm still in. Okay, let's do this. F5 refresh. Dog, I swear, if this thing goes straight up, I'm gonna lose my mind. Please come down. Okay. I didn't want to risk it. That is a freaky situation. I mean, you saw it. It logged me out, and just I don't want. I just said I think many of us have had bad situations with glitches at some point. Okay. I'll just get them. Oh, please don't break out. Oh, Vision. Sorry to hear that. Man. Yeah, like I said, I agree with your assessment. I'm not trying to rub salt in the wounds, but to use your words, not mine, I agree. You were definitely reckless today. Well, that's irritating. I said this yesterday, or was it Monday? But the one kind of, thing about these live streams that I never really thought about was sometimes you can, traders will tell you a story, right? And you're like, okay. Like, I'm not saying you're totally lying to me, but I'm sure you're embellishing. Like, that didn't actually happen that way. Okay. But, like, I don't know if people would have believed me if I would have told you, like, what just happened there. So I got in the trade, I added to the trade, and it started to go, and then my platform glitched out on me. So I wanted to play it safe, and I got out. And then, of course, it just kept going upwards and would have been a great, great trade. I wouldn't blame you for, like, okay, Clay. Okay, but I mean, you guys just saw it right there. So some of the stuff you just would not believe me if I told you. Yeah, sure it did, Clay. Exactly. Clay, yeah, Clay, dude. We all know that was just editing. Did you place a buy stop just then? Just when? Robert, you might be delayed. Is it raining or I'm peeing into the wind right now? When you said you got out. When I got out, I just clicked that button, which just exited me. So that was just a market order. The news posting coming out today. Yeah. Yeah, the amount of mistakes that are repeated when you know better is kind of it's mind it's a crazy thing. Like really I think as kids you just need to touch a hot stove once and you're like, "All right, I'm not doing that again." But in trading, man, I've touched so many hot stoves and I know it's hot and like but then I'll find myself touching it again. A trader's ability to continually touch a scalding hot stove is kind of weird. Hard to explain. Hot stoves are not as tempting as a mind's imagination. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the voices are tricky. My problem is I like the heat. Yeah, that would be a problem. Yeah, yeah, silver, exactly. But I mean, that's also why, I mean, that's not the perfect analogy because sometimes, to be fair, when you touch that hot stove, like Skittles come out, or Sour Patch Kids, or Twizzlers, whatever your candy of choice is, sometimes in the world of trading, you can touch that hot stove, and all of a sudden you flip your hand over, instead of scald marks, you have like a caramel apple, you know? I mean, the longs truly are despising this pivot point. Look at this thing. Goodness. Now the shorts are loving this. The shorts are buying t-shirts. They are getting coffee mugs, I love the 5-minute pivot point, but man, I'm touching my hot stove tonight for my caramel apple. Hey, you might get one. But that's the thing. You might also flip your hand over and it's just like Home Alone. Ah! It's the tilt that sneaks up on me. It's almost like a trance and all rationale just evaporates. Well, yeah, I mean, that's why it's tilt. That's why tilt's so powerful. We've had the discussion before, and I know I'm not alone, but like one of my tilt voices that shows up is the I don't care voice. Like, I know I'm on tilt, but then so in other words, logically speaking, well, if you know you're doing something that's wrong, how do you overcome something that you know is wrong? And it's like, okay, well, that's because in my head, I have the I don't care voice. So I'm doing something that I know is wrong. I don't care. Now, some people they might not have that voice for tilt, but for me, I have that voice. That's why I'm always like, no, yeah, tilt can get really ugly for me. Yes, this is Tradovate. Now, I am using Tradovate through a prop firm, though. So I'm not, self-funding this or anything like that because that doesn't make any mathematical sense. So I'm using Tradovate through a prop firm, that prop firm being Take Profit Trader. People persist in doing wrong because they don't know what else to do. Yeah, to an extent, but also in trading, wrong can sometimes get you good rewards. Like in the world of trading, you can sometimes touch that hot stove and you find that it gives you a caramel apple with peanuts sprinkled on it. What's RR? I don't. There's many strategies. I don't do the whole mechanical thing. That's just not my cup of tea. Hey, Corey. admit, I often feel like I have no idea what I'm looking for in a chart. Well, on those days, that would be the sign to not trade. How are you trading? By pressing buttons. Excess denies Iran has got me. What says here's my next one. Oh, I don't know. I took that as just a troll. Like, you could almost see he was trying to, he like held back a smile. I thought that was well played. Now, but I am open to the argument. Yeah, Clay, but like, should the Secretary of Defense really be joking around, or should they be purely serious? I can hear you there. But like, do I actually think that kamikaze dolphins exist? No. I took that as just a joke. Whether or not he should have been joking is another topic, but like, I didn't take that for serious. Like, what are you looking for to enter your trades? Okay, DBO, dude, that's a fair question, but that's like you walking up to a professional video game player and being like, so what buttons do you press? It's like, well, that's kind of an in-depth question, right? Like, I could answer it like, I'm looking for things that make sense relative to my strategy. But I do understand that doesn't actually answer your question. Well, what makes sense, right? And it's like, well, now you're starting to peel all the layers. I think you're one of these guys that you just think trading works like this. Like, you go to Walmart and you just go to the strategy aisle. You think there's a strategy aisle, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to go with that strategy and then that strategy. No, you have to build your own strategy. Exactly, which is my point. My strategy is my strategy, fine tailored to me. Just like you'll have to find a strategy that is fine tailored to you. If you think that you just walk into Walmart and just pick a strategy off a shelf, that's not how this works. Now, I do understand a lot of people portray it that way because they're trying to sell you a strategy or get you to follow them, blah, blah, blah. But that's not actually how this works. No, yes. The mere fact you're like, what's your strategy? There's a reason why I don't ask people their strategy, because I understand that like they can't just tell me something and then, I'm going to understand it. What indicators you use? This is the 21 EMA. That's the 50 SMA. That's the 200 SMA. Somewhere's the VWAP. Oh, there it is. There's the VWAP. Dotted yellow line. I like some volume profile. I like candlesticks. So just have core understanding, then build my own. Exactly. Precisely, DBO. Bingo. Bingo. And Bingo was his name. B-I-N-G-O. B-I-N-G-O. What is that from? Why did I... Wasn't there a dog name? B-I-N-G... And Bingo was his name. So who's his? Isn't that a dog? No, it was not a bear, you dent. Okay, okay. This would be so spicy if we could get a move up here. Then we'd have this upward trend line in combination with the high of the day, the overnight high. That would be spicy. Gamer, if you grab the scroll button and scroll back about 15 seconds, I just went over that. Oh, it could be the farmer? Interesting. That rising wedge played out perfectly. Did it, Corey? I do not recall a recent rising wedge, but maybe you saw something that I didn't see. We're in an uptrend, but I'm looking at where the peak is. All right, well. There was a farmer. Oh, yeah. Who had a dog and bingo was his. Oh, okay. There you go. That's what it is. It's a. There was a farmer who had a dog and bingo was his name. Bingo. B-I. There we go. Thank you for the lyric. There we go. Mystery solved. I swear, sometimes some of you make me almost think that you are bigger baboons than I am. I'm still King Baboon, but some of you make a valiant attempt to try to upscale me as the biggest baboon here. It's crazy. Some of you are like, "Oh yeah, you think you're a bigger baboon than me? Hold my beer." Or in Jim's case, hold my soy milk. Yes, we are above the VWAP. VWAP is down here. Good morning, Clay. Hey, thank you, Skeletor. Singing bingo while... Yeah, you know, I did not wake up... That was not on my bingo card this morning, that I'd be here on the live stream singing bingo while I trade. That was not on the bingo card. You see what oh my goodness. I can earn for payout if I buy prop and copy your trades. What think? I think you're a lazy baboon. I think you are too lazy for this. That's what I think. Why do you think trading is that easy? If making money was that easy, I think I can try. I would agree. You can try. But let's just use a little common sense. If making money was that easy, wouldn't everybody just do what you're thinking about trying? Like, why do garbage men exist? Why does any profession exist if it is as easy as what you are going to try? So I do agree. You can try. What I'm trying to press on is, does it make any sense to try? It's only copy your trades. You are profitable, yes. Well, the thing is, I don't make all my trades here. First off, there is a delay. And no. Because if you cannot mentally... So, for example, if I decide to go... I don't know, and I'm just making this number up. If I decide to go with 50 NQs, and then you're going to copy me with 50 NQs, boy, you're going to be cracking so many walnuts, you're going to be at the ER. Love take profit trader more now. I know, Little Wang. Did I just say Little Wang? I did, and I loved it. In my chat room, in my private community, is where I'm at the open. Who said doesn't have money or the technical know-how. Wait, what? Who doesn't have money? Well, step one for that, Daniel, is you got to go get money. Whether that's picking up a part-time job, maybe improving your skill set. But yeah, so there's literally no point to going beyond that unless you can... you have to first get money. So there you go, Daniel. Get some money, brother. Yeah, I noticed that. My payout, yeah. Like I requested my money yesterday. Excuse me, I requested, however you call it, the transfer out of your account into the wallet last night. And then, yeah, it was like, I don't know, an hour and a half later instead of like this morning. I did notice that. Hopefully that keeps up. Every time I get money, I buy a guitar and go broke. Well, I mean, hey, if you spend money as fast as it comes in, I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. You just need to be okay with the concept of you will work until the day you die. And again, if you're like, yeah, it's worth it though, okay, that's fine. If you want to spend money as fast as it comes in and you're okay with working until the day you die, that's fine. The only time I have a problem is this. People behave that way, and then in their older years, they want to come at people like me and up my taxes so I can pay for them now because they're broke. But that's mean to just let me suffer. So you need to give me some of your money. As long as you're not that person, then I have no problem with it. You spend that money as fast as it comes in. So as long as you're okay with working until the day you die, more power to you. Do I need a prop firm if I have loads of cash? I mean, if you want to have the math be most efficient, then yes. If I start with 1,000, what would trading do for me? Okay, well, something is off here, DBO. Something is off. 1 minute you're using RR, risk reward, which is, that tells me you're not some brand newbie. And now all of a sudden you're asking, if I start with 1,000, what would that do for me? So I'm very confused by you, DBO. Hey, Wayne. Well said about people who are poor money managers. I do not build buffer, little Wang. If I'm owed 47 cents, I'm taking 47 cents. All right, I'm thinking of a long down around here. Again, gamer. I actually thought you were trolling me because I literally just explained that and then you asked that message again. But maybe you're serious. So green line is the 21 EMA, purple line is the 50 SMA, pink line is the 200 SMA. Fear of props. I mean, that's fine, but I'll tell you right now that the dummy accounts, I'm not going to say are worthless, but they're pretty close to being worthless because there are no voices in a dummy account. The only way you get to meet the voices are with skin in the game. And the true key to success in trading is not how well you can read a chart. It's how well can you handle the voices. Because we all have voices. It could be Willang's kid. It does seem like we're in a rising wedge. Yeah, I don't think I'd... like that? Oh, like we've already broken the rising wedge? No, you're fine. You're fine, gamer. I just thought you might have been, because, I mean, you literally asked, so you must have just showed up. But given the fact you asked again, that's fine. Well, again, DBO, if you go with Take Profit Trader, no, you could get started for $90. So of that $1,000, $90, use code Clay so you get the 40% off, and there you go. So if you do something really dumb, well, then you'll still have $910 left. And hopefully you'll have a good lesson learned, too. Now, you're good, gamer. It was just funny timing now in hindsight. Oh, I forget. You're looking at a tick chart. Okay, yeah. Well, at least I'm assuming that's a tick chart. right, I'm thinking about a long here. Okay, I'm long. See if this momentum can keep momentuming. Come on. Are you kidding me? How did I not get filled there? All right, well. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ew. I'm going to have to cut this. This thing is just putzing around a little bit. How do I... Dude, it should not be that hard to get out. All right, that's... I don't even know what's going on there. All right, I go back to the drawing board here. That was just putzing around. Yeah, glad I played that the way. And maybe it still comes back up, but I thought it'd be going a little bit quicker than that. We going long? I don't know. I'm doing whatever you're doing, Judar. It's a retest to the high. Okay, well, how are you going to make money on this, DBO? You think it's a retest to the high. Fine. So where are you long? Where's your stop and where's your target? Well, I assume your target is maybe the high. I don't know. Cool. Oh, well, I'm glad you found it too. Clear the junk. Is the junk in your trunk or no, somewhere else? Where's the junk at? Okay, give us a trade plan, DBO. We need 3 numbers. We need an entry point as a number, a target as a number, and a stop loss as a number. Then we can track what you're actually saying. But it's a retest to the high doesn't actually mean anything. Numbers mean stuff, though. So give us those 3 numbers, brother. All right, see you later, little Wang. My little Wang. I will miss you. Entry, 28,000. 28,000? What are you talking about? Dude. Okay, that makes no sense. You only need about a 580 point drop to get filled. From where we are right now, only need 580 point drop. I mean, I guess to be fair, maybe that's your trade plan. You might be waiting a couple weeks to get filled, if ever. Yeah, Barber probably would have. Maybe it was a typo. Maybe he didn't mean 28,000. Um, 50 down to about, I don't know, 25-ish points. Oh, there we go. It was a typo. 25,600. Okay, that's where you're going long. Fine. And where's your stop at? So you forgot the 6. The 6, that makes a big difference. Hey, Kel Dog, good to see you. So by the way, I'm very happy with how I played that. Gave it plenty of time, and yeah, it just was not. I was wrong. I was wrong to think that there would be more momentum that showed up, but a 75-point stop. So I am assuming you would be using very, very, very small position size if you're going to have a 75-point stop. Hey, KRT. Yes, okay. Well, you are what we call a sway trader. You are basically you're not gonna have any problem holding on to a position for hours on end if need be. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying I'm definitely not a sway trader. Yeah, you're hip, all right. Camfluence, did you change your avatar? You dirty, dirty rat. Genuine question. Well, here's my genuine answer. That's definitely not true. Every time I'm definitely not green. And I don't stream that session because I have a paying community and my loyalty lies to the paying members. That's why. But no, I mean, your whole premise is wrong anyways, because I definitely do not start every stream green. Now, yeah, do I start a lot of them green? Sure. But as I've also discussed, I certainly cook accounts. I talk about when I cook accounts. I've had some really bad streams, but no, I do not start every, because again, every time. Every is a very powerful word, right? No, I do not like when people change their avatars because that's how I remember people is based on avatars. So now I got to relearn your avatar. It's obnoxious. My baboon brain can only handle so much. This feels like with rotate around here for the next hour, then it swipes way down. Maybe. Is your prop connected to Tradeovate? Yes. I'm in Take Profit Trader, and then through them, I selected Tradeovate. So then Take Profit Trader creates me a login, creates a username and password for me, and I take that information, I go to Tradeovate, and I log in with that information. These are NQ trades. That's MNQ trades. And that was some oil, MCL. So this is all the same account. Those are just the 3 contracts I've traded on this account. Can I copy on their brokers to copy the trades? What do you mean? Like copy somebody else or like do copy trading? Like copy your own accounts? Robert, that's irrelevant to you. You got to figure that stuff out on your own. Because one person's answer to that could cause you to freak out. Or one person's answer to that may be way too conservative for you and actually cost you money. Oh, yours? Yeah. With Take Profit Trader, you can have up to 5 accounts to copy trade if you want. I'm just going to stop. I have a itch in my nose. So I'm just going to go at it very aggressively, see if I can get this itch. It's driving me nuts. And I keep trying to well, let me try to get it because I don't want people to think listen, I got an itch. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Ah, that's better. Ooh, yeah, let's go. Ah. See, life lesson there. Sometimes don't try to just hide stuff. Just get to do what you're supposed to do. I got it. I'm grossy? Grosse? Is that French for sexy? Thank you, David. I'm pretty sure that's French for sexy. Thank you. Well, thank you, DBO. Code Clay, all caps. That'll give you the 40% off and then 0 activation fee. But just do one account for now. Yes, you can copy up to 5 accounts, but don't go buying 5 accounts right now. Just do one. Let's first get your feet wet with one before you go, and please don't pick your nose on the live stream. Hey, David, I'm going to need you to do this for me. I'm going to need you to go to the store. You're going to ask for aisle 11. And then at aisle 11, you need to go, and on that aisle, you need to find the sense of humor part. And I want you to go and I want you to buy yourself a sense of humor, okay? Aisle 11. Aisle 11. Good job, Keldog. Good risk management. Okay, good. Good plan, DBO. I just don't want you to see you go buy 5 accounts right now and start copy trading them, and that's just baby steps. No, that's not true. That is not true. 11 is always where you find a sense of humor. Yeah, sense of humor is right next to the trading strategies. Exactly. Exactly, Nate. Yeah. There you go, David. Sounds like he took some notes. Oh, no. You're having one of those days, Brian? I'll laugh at... Yeah, some of those are the worst ones. Yeah, exactly. Use code Clay. RTY daily for me. On top of all right, reversion. Well, anybody that trades RTY, there you go, reversion. Might want to consider what he's saying. See if you agree or not. Matt Murdock is Daredevil. Oh, man, what a spoiler. Is that the indicators look like they are about to merge tell you something? Again, Robert, this is not how trading works. I understand why you think the way you are, but I assure you I cannot teach you how to trade via this. I can only give you jerk-like answers. Why? Because you can't give a broad answer and have it actually mean anything. Like, trading is about nuance. You have to pull back multiple layers. So, you've given me at a very bad crossroads. I mean, I could answer your questions, but I would feel bad about it because they wouldn't be very helpful answers. Again, Robert, my point stands. Listen, I don't like to bring this stuff up because, I don't know, at this point in time, there's been so many just people that have taken advantage of it that they've kind of ruined it for the people like myself that have been around, that have had something for 13 years now. But I do offer a mentorship program. If you want to learn how to trade and get down to the nitty-gritty details, I do offer that, Robert. But I get it. At this point in time, you're probably like, of course you're going to say that because you want me to. Again, that's where that ultimate answer lies. But like I said, I try not to bring that up because I get it. Those sorts of things now at this day and age has left many sour tastes in people's mouth. All right, we got a nice hammer candle on the 5-minute. So look at this. Nice hammer. This pivot point is just the epitome of annoyance. I think I'm going to give it a try though. Okay, I'm in. Push, push, push. Is Clay Trader a funded capital for simulated accounts? No. My site is not, I'm not a prop firm. Claytrader.com has both a community that you could sign up for, or it has a mentorship program. But it is not a prop firm. Hey, John B. Why are you selling if you don't mind me? I'm not selling. I went long. Push, brother. Go. Okay, took one out. Still could be a losing trade. It'll just be a little bit less of a losing trade because I put some green in my pocket, but more importantly, did some risk management via position size. So I'm not out of the woods yet. This still could be a red trade. It will just be a little bit less. I was talking about now he's right. But that's the thing, Marco. He's not right. Because as I tried to tell him, which you don't understand, this is the problem with running your mouth without full knowledge. There is a difference between, there are two types of stops. There are hard stops and mental stops. Just because you don't see a stop does not mean there's not a stop. The hint here is go figure out, go research hard stops versus mental stops. So no, he is not right. Oh, I got it. Yes, exactly. Do you see the problem? When people just start yapping. Okay, took that out. Another one. Let's make sure this is a winning trade at this point. So let's get my stop here now. There we go. Okay, this will now officially be a green trade. Put my next target right there. So now my risk is small green, reward maybe really big green. And I say maybe because I have no idea how high this might get ready to go. But I do know that it'll be a green trade. So I like these situations where my risk is officially small green. Wait, come on. No, don't come down. All right. All right. Just go to the website, Susu, claytrader.com. Here, I'll just send you a link real quick. This is for the private community. Private community. There we go. This pivot point is just I don't even know. Like people longs are inventing swear words around this pivot point. Yet another fake breakout. I was feeling good. I was like, okay, here we go. Nope, another fake break. Down it goes. But the bears, the shorts, man, they are sending that thing a Christmas card. You're welcome, Susu. Hey, TA. I feel a little defeated right now. What do you feel defeated about? Enter market. Take Lambos. Yeah, pretty much. This is, when did the stream start? The stream started around 10:45-ish. Okay, so we didn't start off with a pivot point, but man, it seems like this entire live stream has been revolving around this pivot point up there. Is a breakout your main confirmation bias right now? I don't know anymore. I don't know. All I know is that the pivot point is something that the market definitely is caring about and acknowledging right now. Again, I do not go live for the private community. The private community is for independent thinkers that can look at a picture and then make their decision. So like here is one of an example. This morning, I said NQ approaching support zone between pivot point, dotted brown, and 200 SMA, pink, right there. So that's what I was talking about. A support zone right between these areas right here. That's one example of an alert. You can then see after that happened, the price right here came down here, came right down in that support zone, and then a beautiful bounce up. So was that flashing live on your screen? No, but it should. Like if you need that amount of detail, you should not be trading. You should at least be able to take a picture and then take it from there. Because David, you are literally the only person who's ever asked to send me something in the mail. So it would not make sense for me to get a P.O. box for one person. All right. Well, do we finally have more of a pullback here? What is that? 04. Man. I mean, I played that one about as well as I could. I gave it a chance to break out. I put my stop. It came down, stopped me out, and then just a brutal, nasty fake breakout right there. Are you fasting? 13 minutes till food. You must be fasting. No greeting. Yeah, I appreciate David. That's kind of you, but yeah, I can't really justify having a P.O. box. Hey, thank you, Total Dork. Appreciate you hitting that like button. Man, this thing stopped out. I've taken excellent trades and they're just not working. Well, I would push back on your definition of an excellent trade. Now, I will agree. Maybe you took an excellent trade, and I'll just define excellent trade as like an A+ setup. But if literally every A+ setup is not working, I think a possibility, I can't say for sure, a possibility is maybe they're not actually A+ setups. Maybe what you think is an A+ setup is not actually an A+ setup. If, again, per what you're saying, it's like, man, I've taken 10 A+ setups. Not a single one has worked. It's like, well, wait a second. Once more, that does not mean that every single A+ setup works, but it does mean that, like, that you should have some kind of edge. $5.11. I'll take it, Greg. So did you just, because you were just asking me yesterday. So is this your first day fasting? Second. Good job. Just be done by, okay, you're on Central Time, so it's about to be noon. So yeah, just make sure you're done eating at noon. Or I'm sorry, make sure you're done eating by 8 p.m. You ever do a multi-day fast? Me? Yeah, I do like 3 a week. The last time I ate was Monday night, Monday evening. And the next time I eat will be tonight for dinner. And then tomorrow, I will not eat at all until Friday at dinner. And then Saturday, I will not eat at all until Sunday at lunch. And then I will eat Monday, and then I go back to the cycle again. Tuesday, I will not eat. No, I'm just in maintain mode right now. Isn't one meal between 12 to 8? No, you can eat as much as you want. Now, the key thing here is to stick with real whole foods and then just stop when you're full, because real whole foods will fill you up in a healthy way. It's the processed foods that are designed to not fill you up, whereas that's the problem. No wonder you are so grouchy. Yeah, that's it. It has nothing to do with the baboons that show up. Does it make you feel like a primal? Oh, I don't know. I don't know how people eat lunch. When I ate lunch, I was like, afternoons were miserable. Miserable afternoons, because you'd eat lunch and you'd go into like a I would go into like a carb coma type thing. Oh my, yeah. No calories. So black coffee, water. Yeah, oh yeah, exactly. Carb coma, so tired. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Well, okay, here we go. Maybe along here. I'm going to wait for down here, actually. We'll look for a long down there. All I will say is the human mind is very, very weak. By definition, okay, if there's some like little Somalian child here, okay, I'm not talking to you. But by definition, when everybody here says you're hungry, you are literally not hungry. Because we all have some body fat. And do you know what body fat is? Body fat is stored energy. So you could go days without eating, and you are literally still not hungry. Hungry being well, what are you hungry for? Really, you're hungry for stored energy, right? Oh, I need some energy. I'm so tired. I haven't eaten. I need energy. Yes, you already have energy. It's called fat on your body. So don't tell me you're hungry. Oh, I missed breakfast. I'm so hungry. No, you're not. Oh, goodness. Breakfast and lunch. I'd be so hungry. I promise you, you're not hungry. Your mind is weak, but your mind does get stronger over time. Now, I will say this also. I'm not talking to women. Women, your guys' bodies are goofy. Like I'm not even. So I don't know if fasting is good for women or smart for. I have no idea. I'm not a doctor. I'm a literal baboon. All I will say is, for me, my mind was weak, and I think most people's minds are weak. If you're walking around with a big old tummy, don't tell me you're hungry. You're not. I assure you, your body has plenty of energy on it to sustain you. Uh-oh, Susu. What happened? Just on an update. What do they do? Ooh, good news. Ooh, okay. Previously, we've yeah, let's read this. Okay, I can't read it. Hey, that's a good rule. Nice. Yeah, that'll be helpful. Cool. Nice. So anybody with Take Profit Trader, you can check your emails, but now they will automatically close orders at open orders at 4:55. So if you've ever left an order out there and you forgot about it and then you got filled and then the market closed at 5 p.m. up until today, that was a rule break because you cannot hold between sessions. But now that'll be no more. Okay, Sue, something in your cart, you must have added it several times. So you have to go to your cart and look at the quantity and make sure it's 1. Yeah, I've done one 72-hour fast. That was intense. I was definitely very hungry at the end of that thing. It probably didn't help that I did my morning routine or my workout routine too. Doing squats and deadlifts and all these compound movements on day 3. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess it was the bounce off the 200 period right there. Look at that. Boop. So I'll cancel that out for now. When you fast a long time, you don't get hungry until... Yeah, that's the thing. Hunger is overrated. For me, even just like a black coffee. Like if you get hungry, if you just put like have a black coffee or something like that, or just distract yourself. Uh-oh. Ooh, what was that? What was that? What? Hey, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we're dancing. Getting a little spicy here. Whoa, hit. I might get spicy with it. If it comes down here and hits that pink line, I'm going to try a buy here. See if we can get a bounce off it. There we go. Okay, long right there at the green line. Maybe a fake breakdown here. Dangerous trade, though, because it just got spicy. All right, I'm in. Come on. Come on, Hammer. Go, Hammer. Go, Hammer. Go, Hammer. Come on. Come on, Hammer. Turn into a green hammer. Bigger hammer. Bigger, 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 bigger. I'll take that. Scoop is scoop. Scoop is scoop. I was cracking all kinds of walnuts on that one. Anybody want some Chex Mix? There you go, Robert. Clay's theme song. Please, Hammer, don't hurt him. Please, Hammer, don't. Is that a real song? I just remember Can't Touch This. But did it look like downwards momentum? When I bought, did that actually look like downwards momentum, John? To me it didn't. When I was able to buy, that did not look like downwards momentum to me. All right, do we try another long? I think so, brothers and sisters and furries. Okay. How is that 11 points still? Huh? All right, I don't want to risk 11 points. We're coming down some more then. There we go. About 6 points. There we go. Let's see if we can another bounce from down here. Looking to get long at the green line. Stop is the red. You timed your entry perfect as a CVD divergence was happening. I have no idea what you just said, but I'm glad I timed it relative to whatever this Mokudishu crossover combined with the Norwegian bobsled indicator said I did. You're a baboon furry? That a boy. Yeah, dude, I have no idea what you're talking about. All I know is that keeping the West wild is several pay grades above my intelligence level. Cumulative volume delta divergence. Huh? All I know, brother, is shout out. You are way smarter than I am. But don't get cocky, because I'm a moron. So it's not actually harder to be smarter than me. What he meant was there was less sellers. Huh, weird. Weird how I waited for the price to start to bounce back up, and then there was less sellers. Well, goodness, maybe that's why the price was bouncing back up, because there was less sellers. Do you guys really need all these baboon tools? Who is selling you this garbage? Holy smokes, it means there was less sellers. So, well, no kidding. There's a reason why I bought where there was. And I didn't need some sort of baboon XYZ, ABC, LBGTQ indicator to do it. Are you grumpy today? I'm grumpy every day dealing with people like you. I wonder if Sam's watching. It'd be their lunchtime. So on Saturday I swung over to the property, and Sam, who's the guy helping me, he's kind of like my general contractor. Him and the crew have started watching the live stream at lunch. And man, who remembers Rafael Garcia? They're all like, oh man, we were dying laughing. Like, who are these idiots? Like, I could not imagine if I'm sitting here working and then somebody pulls up in a truck and starts yelling at me, hey, you should be doing this. Hey, why don't you do that? He's like, that would be the most annoying thing ever. I don't know how you do what you do, Clay. I'm like, yeah, you know. But I like the way he equated. Like, that would be the equivalent of what I do, Clay. I'm here working on the house, and then a car just drives up randomly, opens up the door and starts yelling, hey, that's wrong. Hey, you should have done that. Oh, what are you doing? It's just like, man. No, I have not worked with them. They have not been out there. They've been on another job site this week so far because concrete was getting poured. So they just, I think that's kind of self-explanatory. When concrete's being poured, it's kind of like, just let the concrete guys do their thing. Why didn't your long position trigger? Because I put that long position down there after it had already gone down there. It's just funny. It's just funny. Like, again, do what works for you. If CVD, whatever that is, if the COVID indicator works for you, go with the COVID indicator. Should have done it before. It would have made money. Cool story. Quick swim. Good stuff. Well, that's a nice little present to come back to. Forgetting about something and coming back to $4,000. Very good. Congrats. To get short here or not to get short here? It does seem to be right now trapped below that 50 period set moving average. We also have, like, if you picture these as mountain ranges, we have like a peak of the mountain right here. So I don't know. Could you get short here and try to hide behind there with the stop? Potentially, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. That's what I'm from now on. Any CVD traders, whatever they call themselves, I'm calling them COVID traders. But if you are a COVID trader and COVID trading works for you, more power to you. Gold all over the place again. I sure picked the wrong week to quit eating. Yeah. Any week is the wrong week to stop eating crayons. Nice job. All right, AJ. Building up. Racehorse model in full effect. Good job, AJ. 3. I have 3 monitors, but I only use like 1.5 for trading. Yeah. I think if you trade long enough, you will forget about an order at some point. Missed my entry earlier, so I might shy away from... Yeah, animosity. Obviously, do what you think is best. I only have 1. Cool. I had 3 monitors go out. Oh, man. Yeah, exactly. I fully agree there, Slowmaro. Fully agree with the whole small cap thing. It's just so bad. The math is so bad on how it does not make sense to trade small caps or low floats these days. It just the math is so hideous. But that's all right. We're gonna keep grabbing those small cap traders one by one and opening their eyes to Pam's plan. We are once again approaching that pivot point on the 5-minute. Around 577. Nope, not going to risk 11 points on it. Let's do this. There we go. All right, looking to get short at the red line. Stop is at the green. So essentially looking to play a little bit of a fake breakout of the pivot point on the 5-minute, to which there have been several. This is the 2-minute time frame, but I'm watching other time frames off screen. So let's see if it wants to make its way up there. It's nice to have some normal price. I don't know if this is normal. This seems a little bit quicker than what can be considered normal, but maybe I could be wrong with that. Got a limit out to go long at 555. No, go long at 555. All right. No, hey, I don't care. By all means, go against me. I'm not offended by that. Well, I mean, let's face it. On some of these streams, literally, the smartest thing to do would be to do the opposite of what I'm doing when we have those clay fade days. Good job, Animosity. Slow and steady, brother. Okay, maybe. Whoa. Again, looking to get short at the red line. Stop is the green. Well, not 51. Holy crap. Not 51. Not 51. Okay. If that red line turns blue, I'm in. Okay. Hopefully this is another fake break of the pivot point. If not, it'll be a losing trade. How am I not filled? Don't you dare. Okay. Thank you. In. Put a couple of targets. All right, let's see if history wants to repeat itself and if this wants to get smacked back down again. Come on, at least hit that first target. That would be nice. That would be nice. Come down some more. Come on. Come down some more, brother. Come down some more, brother. Do it, brother. 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 Thank you, brother. All right, let's make sure this is a winning trade. There we go. So stop is in green territory. So this will be a green. So right now my risk is small green, reward unknown, because I don't know how far down this might want to go. So again, risk, small green, reward unknown, possibly really big green, depending if this thing all of a sudden decides it wants to collapse. But either way, I know this will be a green trade. Come on. Come down there and hit that second target, Cletus. Come on, Cletus. Uh-oh. No. Yeah, I'm about to get stopped out, it looks like. Would love to be wrong, but not looking so good. And I am stopped. All right. Yes, was I tight with the stop? I was, but I was prioritizing just ensuring a green trade over leaving my stop where it was. So if anybody else is still short and you have your stop, up a little bit higher, I can see why you do that. No problem. I'm not going to call that irrational. Cletus doesn't like you today. Are you trading MGC? No, that was on MNQ. You can see what I'm trading up here. I guess you can also see it right there too. Hey, Curtis. No, okay, yeah. Disappointed. We all have those days. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I never have stops, exactly. Never have stops. Even though I just got stopped out there, I definitely never have stops. Agreed, Neil. Agreed. You got me, coach. Yeah, I trade gold from time to time. Out plus 50. Nice job, Greg. What are you having for lunch, Greg? Okay, I might try another short up here. See if it wants to come back down. So let's see this. Let's do this. Okay. If it hits that yellow line, then comes back down, I'm going to try a short right here. But it's got to first hit the yellow line. Price has got to hit the yellow line. It's gotten close. You're right. But that's not good enough. And if that costs me a trade because it ends up rolling over, well, then I'll just have to look stupid here in hindsight. What you doing at the line? Huh? I ain't doing anything at the line. I'm just waiting to see if it hits the line. John B., you must have just shown up. My friend, I like literally 45 seconds ago, I explained what I'm looking to do here. The timing today for some of you has been epic. We had one person, can you explain the lines on your chart? I explain them. And then 7 seconds later, can you explain the lines on your chart? And then here, just explain the trade plan. Then John B., 4.8 seconds later. Hey, what are you going to do with that line? What are you doing? Come on, brother. I can tell you missed what I said. Why is this man so grumpy? Because kids are on my lawn, that's why. Doggone it. Yeah, I know. Clay, dude, that was close enough, wasn't it? Did it really actually have to hit the yellow line? In hindsight, apparently, yeah, that was kind of stupid. Hey, thank you, Fish. Appreciate it. I know, MJ. I cannot wait to get out of the neighborhood. Well, that's how it goes sometimes. Just had a quick short. Good job. Thought it would grind up again. But why? I don't understand. Why would you think that? That yellow line is representing the area that it's been rejected from time and time and time again. So what made you think it would grind up through there? You know what I mean? Sure, there's a little bit of hindsight in my favor right now. But at the same time, good grief. The one thing it has not done is grind like around this level. And maybe, I don't know, maybe you saw something that made you think it would grind. What? So I guess what I'm asking is, what did you see that made you think this time would all of a sudden be different? Good, Kino. Glad you're regaining some confidence. Yeah, exactly, Cosmo. When we had a cottage before in Michigan, we had to do some lot work, blah, 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 and then had them do the hydro seed. Man, that was like a month and a half of pure and utter dedication. Twice a day, moving that sprinkler. So, I mean, that grass, that meant something to me. So I totally get off my lawn. What you trading? Trading futures. To be more specific, MNQ futures. Can you use imaginary lines? Can you use imaginary lines so you can get filled? I don't know what you mean by that. Man, we are never going to see an all-time high flush. Who cares about all-time highs? I swear, some people are so obsessed with all-time highs. Like, do you guys not realize the price could be at all-time highs for like several months straight if it just kind of methodically moves? Like, who cares? Just trade. No, I like the candles how they are right here, Poppy. Okay, so it's just as basic as 6 times the charm. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not long, but I can see it. Well, I mean, I can see it too. You're just... It's valid to think that if the price can break through that yellow line, could get a nice little pop upwards. But it's just, I don't know. The track record on this thing has been sketchy at best. I can't get started. Yeah, Fields has been a little interesting today. Oh, thanks, Fishman. Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, some people in this all-time high stuff. I don't know where they're. I don't get it. Well, I don't trade when the price at all-time highs. It's like, okay, well, first off, how do you define at all-time highs? Like literally at all-time highs or within like 2%? It's just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think some people get a little too focused on certain things. All right, do I try another short here? I might have to because I can get myself a nice tight risk profile. So I will. If that red line turns blue, I'm in. Just looking for, once again, a rejection off this yellow line. It's happened about 8,000 times now. Maybe we can get another one. If not, small risk. Okay. Does she? Okay. There's the break. Maybe a fake break, though. So I'm not going to give up on my potential short yet, but certainly only want to get short if it wants to come down to the red line. Oh, really? Is that a cult thing, Tyler? I don't think I realized that. All right. Well, I'll cancel that out. As of now, seeming like that's a real breakout. So never mind as far as that trade plan is concerned. Greg is in. Do we finally actually have a sustained breakout of the pivot point? That'd be crazy. Oh my, what a... Oh, man, that call to something else. What a joke. I don't know whether to feel bad for those people or just say that's what you get for being so gullible. But then it's like, okay, well, when they're brand new, they don't know any better. So I don't know. Maybe short at 600, stop 610. Yeah, looking to short the highs here. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. This is at least in my mind, this is a pretty significant break if it can hold. So I could see this being the start of maybe some more upwards trend now. But like I said, I'm not totally convinced that this is actually a true break quite yet. I don't know what I'm having for dinner. I do not know what my wife is making. Good question. But a question I do not have an answer to. Yeah, it broke hard. We must be talking about something different. I do not consider, like, the break here, I would not consider a hard breakout. Like, something breaking hard would be it breaks and then, like, ba-boom. But I like that's what I think we must be talking about something different, Cam. Well, that dirty, rotten, filthy pivot point on the 5 is just wrecking people's lives today. I mean, it broke through the current resistance. Right. I know, I agree there, but when you say it broke hard, yeah. We just look at that a little differently, I guess. Short again, but out too quick. No, Barbara has not been back. Please, what broker is this? What country are you in? Your name makes me think what I'm doing it may not be available to you. Clay, did you get filled? Who's Phil? Who's Phil? Are you Skeletor? Are you talking to imaginary people? Who's Phil? I meant Phil on your order. Oh. No, I do not have any orders out here right now. Dude. That's pretty rough. Broke out, and then once again, nope, fake breakout. Just kidding. I'm in Nigeria. Yeah, then what I'm doing would not be available to you. I'm really not sure what your choices are being in Nigeria. Maybe you'd have to do some sort of local CFD broker. I'm not sure. Unfortunately, though, your country is kind of, I don't know. Like, imagine being a good person from Nigeria. Like, talk about, like, bad apples just making life miserable for so many other people. Yeah, like that. Like, here comes the joke. Man. All I do is talk to my man. No, I believe Blossom is real. But live in New Jersey. Okay, well, I mean, how far are we back when to take this? I guess by that, I'm Germany. Or I'm German, but I live in Iowa. That's true. But I don't. Question here: does anybody know any prop firm that is available to Nigerians? I know Take Profit Trader isn't. Gonna try to make another go at it here? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. No, blacklisted by CFT. Oh, gotcha. You didn't know Nigeria had internet? How else would they be sending all those emails? I don't know. Am I stupid? Is there again? I'm not the most tech savvy person, but I was under the impression that in order to send emails, you need the internet. But is there a way to send emails without the internet? Do they not have internet? Well, that's what I'm asking. Somebody said, I didn't know they had internet, which makes me think, okay, well, maybe can you send emails without the. I thought you needed the internet for emails, but I don't know. They could send them on phones. Oh, that's true, right? Because a cell network is not the same as an internet. Hey, Catmain. Oh, what a tight little range here now in the 5 minute. Like, is this thing finally going to go or? Like, that'd be pretty brutal. If we were now stuck in this little range between the yellow line and the pivot point, like that's a 80 to, yeah, that's like, that'd be like a 17-point range. Please don't get stuck there. Starlink, well, is not Starlink the internet? Oh boy, I think is this finally it? Or else I'm about to be a sucker. All right, I'm going for it. Maybe, can I get, hey, okay, come back. Come back here. Come back. I don't want to chase it up. Come back here and fill me, then you can start going up again. Okay, I'm in. Okay, now you can start going back up again. Come on, is this truly the start of a bigger move? Let's see. Come on now. Throwing out a couple targets just in case there's some kind of spike. Come on. This is dangerous in the sense of there have been lots of fake breaks, so this could very realistically still be a fake break, but I have enough green on the day where I'm willing to at least take a swing on it in the event that this might actually finally be the start of a bigger break. You need to get filled? All right. Come on. Push. 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 Get up there. Hit me. Hit me, brother. Give me that first target. All right, I'm putting my stop. Okay, I put it at 4 because I assumed I'd be able to, that was when it was going to hit. Come on. Hit that target. Hit me. Are you serious? Are you serious, Clark? All right, well, I'm out of that one for basically break even. That was stupid. If this candle goes red, this is the worst breakout I've ever seen. Like, this yellow line is the most obnoxious line I've seen in a while. Okay, I think I would have been hit there. I think. $600 double top. Yeah, could be. Could be. Liquidity. Oh, good grief. I can't look at that garbage. I gotta get that one out of there. You know, today started off so quick, and now these movements are like, dude, come on, man. Oh, my. No, you don't know. This doesn't actually get bigger red, does it? Okay, am I here alone or no? Nobody is talking. I'm sitting here talking to myself in a windowless room like a baboon. I can't stay calm. I'm in a windowless office. I'm in a glorified closet. I can't wait till the house is built. And then I'll actually look like I'm not in a van down by the river. It'll be amazing. There is a window behind me. No, that's a vent. What kind of movement is this? All the way down, then all the way back up. This is getting just goofy now. I'm in the same position. Let's ride it up. Well, I'm not in this trade anymore. I got kicked out. You going to do a house tour video? I don't know. I don't know if enough people care or not to put in all the effort. Did you see SanDisk? I looked at it yesterday. That is going to have an epic crash whenever it crashes. My wife lets me trade in the living room. Yeah, I don't really have that choice. Okay, finally got a bit of a breakout here. Not clean at all when it breaks, then looking like it's going to come, and then straight back up. But there we go. When are you looking to buy the networking hardware? Oh, that's not for a while. Several months out. I would mention not until next year. I'd like to be moved in by Christmas, but that might be a little too optimistic on my part. Yeah, yep, I invest in stocks long term. I do have an investment portfolio. All right, well, we're getting some movement here. Finally got the break. Definitely not the cleanest of them, but got it. Dedicated two-way room. I cannot tell you that. Next question. I do. Yeah, I still own two. Yeah, two. Yeah, I got cashed out a few months ago on the third one, so I got two left. I do like dividends. I like anything that makes me money while I sleep. That is my ultimate goal. I want passive income. I want to be able to wake up in the morning and be like, baby cakes, we're going to make out all day long because the bills will still get paid. Because I still got money coming in. So put on your chapstick. We're making out. That's the goal. Where I can just make out with my wife all day long and still have and still know that all bills will be paid. All food will still be on the table. That's the power of passive income. Passive income equals all day makeout sessions with wife equals. Anyways, yeah. Next topic. Oh, really? So it's not storks? I always thought it was storks that were just dropping off these kids. Dang. You guys tell me it's something else? All right, I will buy at the yellow line if it wants to come back down. That's right. If you get paid a dividend from a chapstick company, I'm basically the one paying your dividend. I don't think we are supposed to be this high. Why not? Why don't you think we're supposed to be this high? Well, SanDisk does not give you passive income. At least I don't think they do. SanDisk doesn't have a dividend, do they? Okay, here we go. Maybe. Okay, getting long right, or I'm going to try to get long right there. Maybe I just should have stuck with my original plan to... Oh, 77. Okay, I like 77. Deep. All right, there we go. Getting along there. This is basically the pivot point on the 5-minute. No, the makeout session came about based off passive income. We were just talking math. And the math is quite simple. Passive income equals makeout session with wife all day equals bills are still paid equals etc., etc., etc. Didn't I ban you, Lorimir? I could have sworn I banned you. No. I'm not sure how that's the case. Maybe I have you confused with somebody else. I'm pretty sure I don't, though. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Must be a different guy. Uh-huh. We'll see. We'll see. Well, because I'm an idiot, I should have just bought the yellow line like I said. That's all right. Sometimes the baboon brain is the baboon, or is the brain in charge. Doggone it. Orange line entry. I see no orange lines. Yellow line. That's yellow to me. And yes, yellow, as I was talking about, was what I had originally said. And then for some baboon reason, I was like, no, let me go down here. And then it bounced like right off that level. Oh, you missed all kinds of stuff, rookie. All kinds of stuff. No, AJ. I tried to stay under the radar, and I'm just going to leave it at that. All right, have a good one, Robert. All right, Skeletor, good job. Now the 5-minute. And I'm going to get, this might be way too fancy, but I'm going to try a short here, stop up there. I caught the bottom wick and got a very nice win on top of that. Good job. Okay, here we go, maybe. That red line turns blue, I'm in. 5-minute chart has a very interesting candle. Uh-oh. Okay, there. I thought it froze up on me. It just, oh, I'm in. I'm in. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Drop, drop. Spank it, Cletus. Come on. Come on. Well, I definitely had the chance at a scalpy scalp. So if this is a losing trade, it is what it is. But I'd like a little bit more than a scalpy scalp on it. Come on. At least hit that first target. That'd be nice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on. We'll see. There we go. Okay, now maybe here's the move. Come on now. Let's go. At least hit the first target. That would be nice. To at least hit that first target. Come on. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Okay, let's make sure this is now a winning trade. So my risk is small green, reward unknown, maybe really big green. Again, risk is small green, reward maybe real. Hey, somebody had a shot. Look at that, boy. Thank you, Cletus. Oh, come on, Cletus. Get down there, hit that next one, Cletus. And don't judge me. Don't act like when you nail a trade, you don't start speaking new languages. Don't judge me. Don't even think about judging me. I know you do the same thing as me. Don't even think about judging me. Come on, keep coming down, brother. Come on. Come on, hit me. Dude, seriously, how does it drop down so fast and then it just stops right there? How? It's crazy. It's crazy. And very annoying, too, by the way. Yeah. All right, I'm going for more now. After that, I'm going for more. I don't care. You don't know me. Don't judge me. You don't know me. Very well could bounce off of that 21 EMA, which is why I definitely do want to at least take one off there. Ideally, it doesn't bounce and it crashes down through there, and I'll still have a couple to enjoy the party, but... Stop going up. Okay, Rohan, I think you have the wrong understanding here. You keep talking about all these like stocks and swing trades, but we're day trading futures here, brother. Well, because it's not red. That's why, AJ. Yes, had that gone red, we'd have the typical moron that shows up and be like, that's what you get for going short in an uptrend. Or, you know, something like that. Like, it was so obvious. But yeah, given it's working out, yes, that's why we don't hear from those people. Stop going up is correct, yeah. Uh-huh. Futures are, yeah, futures. That's why, again, doing futures with like not a prop firm is crazy. Is crazy. All right, at this point, let's lock in a few more gains. There we go. So now my risk is I'm basically making 6 points. So risk, making 6 points. Reward, unknown. You know, I'm going to go for the break now. Like, you don't know me. I'm going for down here for my next target. You don't know me. Don't judge me. You guys don't mess with Clay. He is quick to put people on timeout. That's hilarious you say that. I'm really not. Most of the time, people are like me getting upset at me because I don't put the people on timeout quick enough. That's funny. Do you see what I mean about never being able to win? And Neil, careful, this boy will put you on timeout so quick. While at the same time, other people are like, can you please put this moron in timeout or ban him? Like, you literally cannot win in any way, shape, or form with anything in life. There's always a critic, no matter what. No matter what. Come on. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pay myself some more. Let's get the new stop right there. So now, worst case, I'm making 11 points. My risk is making 11 points, reward unknown, because again, I don't know how far down this might want to go. But I like where my risk is making 11 points. But as of now, yes, we are having a problem at the yellow line and at the 21 EMA. So that's why I want to get a little bit more aggressive with the stop, because I could see it very realistically bouncing from here. Doesn't mean it will. That's why I'm still giving it a chance to maybe crash down through. But yeah, this is a very realistic potential bounce point. But I would love to see it not bounce. But as of now, I can't say I'm shocked by this behavior. Oh, so close to getting stopped. I did. Stopped out. All right, there we go. Nope, no 100 points on this one. Long the double bottom. I mean, maybe we're kind of a ways away from the double bottom, though. Well, good, Jason. Glad you're getting a little bit more gumption. So there we go. And when I think about how much was actually being risked on that trade, that was a good one. How much was I risking? I don't even remember. Like, what was my risk on that? I don't remember. What was it, like 5 or 6 points or something? Oh. Ooh, Doc Soul. Doc Soul. Okay, let's take a look at gold here. Falling wedge. Knocking on the door. I'm not going to touch it just because it's been a while since I've traded gold, but there we go. Any of you gold traders out there, if you like yourself a falling wedge, maybe gold's about to get spicy. We'll see. Oh, cool, Dominic. Yeah. Yeah, the podcast is on vacation for now, but it is still out there, so good. Glad it could help you out. Now, to short or not to short again is the question. And at this point, I mean, why not? Why not? Why would I not? I can get myself, so if I go short there, put a stop. Let's see, what is that? Yeah, 5 points. With slippage, let's call it 6.5. I'll risk 6.5. You know, let's do it. I'm going to get spicy. Let's make that risk even a little smaller. There we go. There we go. I'm just going to try to tap it in. Just tap it in. Give it a little tap-taparoo. How is the tornado threat? There are no tornadoes threats right now. Dominic, when I say prop firms, does that mean anything to you, Dominic? No. Oh, Doc Soul. Okay. All right. Let me cook. Leave me alone. Stop talking to me. Okay. Check this out. So let's just start with the volume profile. If you kind of just picture this as a mountain range, right here we have like a peak of a mountain range. So a lot of volume. And then look at that cross here. Look what it matches up with. Not only do we have this pivot point, we also have the 21 EMA. So we have basically three pieces of data that guarantee nothing. But these three pieces of data, is that enough for me to maybe take a swing at the long side? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And that is at, what is that? 576. Where's 576? No, don't even tell me we also get this as a bit of data. And so all that stuff on the 5 minute and on the 2 minute, we get ourselves a 50 period simple moving average. Boom. I'm going long there if it wants to come down. Does any of this guarantee a bounce? No, don't hear what I'm not saying. But are all these data points enough to think that there might be an edge of a bounce, therefore me being willing to take a swing? Oh, yes. No, Deadeye Dave, the peak is the peak of the mountain. The POC. I'll use that POC as toilet paper, Deadeye Dave, you dent. Don't tell me what my peak of the mountain is. See, why can't you just talk in terms that everybody understands? Everybody's always got to sound smart. That peak of the mountain, which a little child would understand, you can't call it the peak of the mountain. You have to call it some sort of oblivious term. Like, I could explain this to my kids. Okay, just see the peak of the mountain. Well, that's actually the point of control. Nobody cares about the point of control. Talk in a way that people can understand. Yeah, no kidding, it's the point of control. Stop trying to sound smart. Act like you're talking to a child. That's my problem with teachers. They put, I want to sound smart as a higher priority as opposed to make sure people understand what you're talking about. Clay, the indicator, it's literally called the POC. Yeah, and this is literally called beautiful. What's your point? That's literally called beautiful. Goodness, bunch of dents around here. I want to sound smart. We could call something a peak of a mountain, which my child understands, but no, I'm not going to call it that. I want to call it the Nigerian bootleg vodka sandal sandwich, Goodness, bunch of dents. No need for insults here. Oh, Zooks, you're my favorite insult target. All right, where was I? I was talking about something. Somebody said something. I wanted to address it. Oh, yeah. No, Dominic, you definitely do not understand prop firms. Okay. So, Dominic, let me start here. Do you understand, Dominic, that like all trades have a stop loss, right? And the stop loss, the point being, if you're wrong about that trade, it's going to cost you XYZ out of your pocket. Do you understand that, Dominic? Hey, thank you, Lord Ozen. Good to have you back. Are you grouchy today? No, I'm like this all the time. But David, I would be grouchy like you because I know, David, when you do this, your arm goes down. Okay? So I'd be grouchy too if that were you, David. Where'd Dominic go? Oh, Dominic probably left. Like, what am I? Dominic is questioning his life choices. He's like, how did I end up on this live stream? Okay, Dominic, do you want to engage or not? So I think I see what you did. You showed up, tried to act like you wanted to have a good discussion. Oh, I listened to the podcast, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm asking questions and you're like, seems like it. That's not what I asked you. I'm trying to explain to you why you were wrong. And now you're going into just. So did you want to answer my questions or no? Because I'm willing to help teach you something. But if you're here to just troll, just let me know now. Save us all the little time so I don't spend any more time with you. That's right, Tim. That's what a lot of people say when they say that. Just wow. Okay, Quack, you're also just I don't know how you haven't been banned. I'm literally trying to help the guy out because he does not understand, but yet he's not actually. So that's what I don't think he's here to actually learn. He's here to try to preach about something that he's wrong about. And then we got his brother over here at Quack Swim. How's he wrong? That's his opinion. What kind of logic is that? Somebody shows up and says 2 + 2 = 5. And I'm like, well, let me tell you why. And like, well, how is he wrong? That's his opinion. What are you talking about? It's math. I'm literally going to back up what I say with math, which is logic. Therefore, I'm speaking in facts, not opinion. Clay, elephants weigh as much as cars. Well, how's he wrong? That's just his opinion. You know, wait, what? Again, seriously, just geek out, buy a logical fallacy book and just read about logical fallacies. The amount you are surrounded with in real life is bonkers. Like, it is crazy. Like, think about that math. No, there are objective truths. There is logic. Math being one of those objective truths. Like, can you imagine this? Quack. No, but it's not out of context. He thinks that he thinks that the risk management and all this stuff is skewed. And what I'm trying to explain to him with math is it's actually not skewed if you understand the math of prop firms. But he decided not to engage with the math, so therefore I can't show him that he is mathematically wrong. So no, nothing was taken out of context, Quack. You dent. You know what? I'd rather be a baboon than a duck like Quack, you know? But can you imagine Quack does a math test and he gets it back and he takes it up to his teacher. He's like, teacher, I'm not wrong. That's just my opinion. What do you mean I can't say 5 + 5 = 12? I'm not wrong. That's just my opinion. Okay, so Dominique was true. If anybody is interested, though, I'd be happy to explain it. No, you don't, Quack. You don't want to see the math. You've been here before. You're a troll. Why you haven't been banned, I don't know. But if anybody else actually wants to see it, because I don't believe Quack. But if somebody else is like, no, Clay, can you explain the math? I'd be happy to explain how it's not apples to apples when it comes to trading your own money in a live account versus a prop firm. Okay, so this is how I envision prop firms. If you're doing a real money trade, and it's a responsible trade, and I'm defining a responsible trade as having a stop loss, then the stop loss is literally telling you how much money will come out of your pocket if you're wrong about that trade. So I don't know, back in the day, if I was trading, options or whatever, I knew, okay, if I'm wrong on this, probably going to cost me $300-$400. So that's $300-$400 out of my pocket on that trade. Okay. So the way I view prop firms is this. Each account is a trade itself. So this, for example's sake, is a $50K trade. Now, what is the stop loss on that trade? In other words, if I blow up the account, if I roast the account, or with the analogy, if I have a losing trade, how much is that going to cost me out of my pocket? Well, it'll cost me $102. That's the actual stop loss on this $50K trade. That's how much is at risk. It's just simply whatever you bought the account for. That is the stop loss. So, in other words, yes, you could go out there and in theory, blow up 10 accounts. In theory, you could go and you could have 10 losing trades. Now, if each losing trade in your own account is costing you $300-400, well, you can see how the money adds up very quickly. But in this situation, even if you had 10 losing trades, you're still just over 1,000. And then if on one trade, it's a winning trade and you go get yourself paid out $1,500, well, guess what? That one trade has now wiped away those previous 10 losing trades, because those 10 previous losing trades each have only cost you 102. Again, if you're doing your own funds and if you're doing your own money, then yeah, a bad trade or a losing trade is going to easily be $300, $400, $500 against you. So that is where that's how I view prop firms. Each account itself is a trade. What is the stop loss associated with that trade? Well, whatever you spend on the account, because ultimately that's the only amount that is at risk of coming out of your pocket. So when this Dominique guy, he's acting as if, like, man, that drawdown was, I don't know, at one point it was showing you were down $3,000. And I hear what he's saying, if that was actually $3,000 of my money. But I was never at risk of actually losing $3,000. That's the disconnect Dominic did not have. He was in the wrong category. Oh, crap. I totally forgot about that. Let me get rid of that. He's not wrong in the category of me using my own funds. But that's not the category I'm in, which is what I was trying to help him with. But we all saw how that went. Yeah, not all prop firms are equal. Some have more rules than others. Some, once you get experience with prop firms, go out there, branch out if you want, do copy trading. But yeah. So anyways, that is the math. To me, that's what makes the most sense. You could go out there and you could cook up several accounts. But now that sounds bad if it's real money accounts, right? Because when people show up and they're like, man, you're talking about people just... They lost 3 accounts today. Well, goodness, I put $5,000 in my account. So if I lost 3 of those, I'd be out $15,000 on the day. Who are these people? How do they have so much money? It's like, well, you're not wrong. You're just in the wrong category. Because in a prop firm, cooking up 3 accounts, for example, would be $300. Dominic, that is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Ad hominem fallacy. What you were teaching is to actually hoard for the average trader. What is horrid? And next time, Dominique, don't be such a loser, dude. If you have a problem, show up and just say, I have a problem from the get-go. Don't be like, hey, man, I used to listen to your podcast, blah, blah, blah. Just show up and be a man about it and get to the point next time. Skip over all the pleasantries. To gamble prop accounts. Nobody said you're gambling a prop account. All I'm saying is your risk is much less. Okay, here's another thing that Dominique does not understand, because I don't know what Dominique's problem is. Okay. Exactly. Thank you, Pinko. You just presuppose that I'm preaching to just go gamble. You go and draw down, risking your whole account. Again, Dominique. Okay, I don't think this guy can't be this dumb. I think he lied by saying he understands how prop firms work. Oh, dude, I just got played. Can you guess when Dominique happened to create his profile? Dude, Dominique. You played me, man. You played me like a fiddle. Well done. See you later. Okay, now the world makes sense. Shout out to Dominique. He just played me like a fiddle. Where were you mods? Tell me. Hey, dude, he literally just created his account today. I blame the mods, because I'm never responsible for anything. He cooked me. He cooked me. Doggone it. I should have checked that name earlier. It was the avatar. The avatar got me because usually when people come back with new names, they don't bother to put an avatar. What's this? You're going to have to be a little bit more specific, dummy, dumb. Define this. Please. Dude, I can't believe I just got cooked up. That was bad. Dude, I got played like a fiddle. It led to some good discussions. It sounds like that helped some of you out, so that's good at least. Let's just focus on trading. Quite literally the whole time was about trading. We were talking about prop firms and how it makes sense from a risk management standpoint. Don Dula. So Don Dula the Dent. We were quite literally focused on trading the entire time. Don Dula the Dent. Don Dula was here yesterday? I'm sticking with my story though. I blame the mods. I mean, they are paid. Their compensation packages to be mods are insane. What's this chart? This is a futures chart, and more specifically the MNQ. I wasn't here yesterday. Well, Don Dula, it's nice to have you here. You'll fit in just nice because we are all dented baboons. And I can tell, good sir, you are also a dent. You just have a nice name that rings beautifully. Don Dula the Dent. It's time to start shorting. Okay, then you get short there, TF. They're in the mail, JJ. They're in the mail. Yeah, Triple D. That could work. Dude, I just had a Christmas song going on. Dancing in the night with a na. Let us bring him. What is it? Silver and. Oh, do you hear what I. So for some reason, I just had that going in my head. It's only May. We're close to Christmas. A child. Dancing in the night with what is a child with do you what's that lyric? A child, I think, dancing in the night with something. What's the lyric there? Thank you. I do have a great singing voice. I appreciate that. Because it's annoying. See? Yeah. Clay, do I think we'll take out the... I have no idea, dude. No idea. Your guess is as good as mine. Oh, he will bring us goodness and light. Thank you. How that song got in my head, I have no idea. I'm interested in a potential short up here if it gets up there. But yeah, Don Dula, the Dent, I don't know if it'll get up there. I am definitely not Santa. Don Dula, the Dent. Ooh, that's even better. The Dent, not the Dent. The Dent. No, who's the German bad guy? That's who I am. I'm Krampus. Krampus. Who's the like mean Santa? Krampus. Crappy. Crap face. I don't know. What's the mead Santa? I think it's crap face. Krampus. I was close. No, Krampus. That's who I'm thinking of. This rally is insanity? Which rally are we talking about? No, Krampus. That was the answer. Samsonite. I was way off. Samson Swami. Oh, wait, maybe it's on their briefcase. Samsonite. I was way off. There's a whole festival for Krampus in Germany. Good old Deutschland. You never heard of Krampus? Fragile. I never saw. I get the quote, but I never saw that one. Antasuliak was the bad. Okay, that's not who I was thinking about. Yeah, I don't know. Clay, do we have any earnings after the close? I don't know. You tell me. Here's a quiz. Do you know how to answer that for yourself? It'll be a good learning lesson. Okay, I'm thinking about a potential short here. Dude, we're almost at 500 points up. We probably do, River. I have no idea, though. But I know that you know how to answer that question. I know you know. So how about you tell me? You help a brother out. I'm helping you out by letting you stare at these all day long, or at least all morning long. So you help me out now. All right. Was hoping for some sort of confirmation, which is why I just didn't get short there. But as of now, this thing don't care about overnight highs. Now, the white line is the high of the day, so the price can never get above that line. It will just, as you've been seeing, move higher itself. So does that mean oil's dropping? Let's see. Yeah, you drop oil. Give me that tax cut. Dude, $4.29 here in Iowa now. Gas has gone up to $4.29. It starts at 0 when the market opens up, brother. Who's here in California? So I'm curious. Is anybody here from Chicago, California, or Florida? Or, I don't know, just for fun, New York City. What are the gas prices in those spots? If you don't mind, let me know where you're at. Oh my goodness, $7.89 for diesel in California. Holy smokes. Chicago is... Really? That's it? I would have guessed more for Chicago. 6 here in California. Really? Florida's only $4.29? Shout out to Florida. Okay. Okay, do we have anybody here in Hawaii? What is it in Hawaii? Hawaii's got to be like $12 a gallon. It's $5 in... Well, you might... Are you? I don't know. In Indiana, are you close to Chicago there? Really? Only $4.70 in NYC. Okay, I would have thought more. Free gas because my mom pays for it. I get free gas. Well, it's not free because I have to pay for Mexican food. Only Brad laughed at that. Brad, you're my boy. Everybody else, go get yourself a sense of humor. Unbelievable. That was hilarious. Thank you, Brad. Shout out. I heard Oklahoma is $3.39 a gallon. Well, who would be cheapest? Probably Texas? I don't know. It's crazy. Crazy, Brad. You're the only one here with a sense of humor. San Antonio. Dang, San Antonio's okay. $4.89 in India. Or not India, Indiana. That's on me. Okay. Louisiana with that really nice cost of living. Yeah, I guess it's not totally apples to apples because you guys is leaders, right? In Europe, isn't it by the leader? Interesting. Oklahoma. Okay. When I hear Oklahoma, I think of two things: tornadoes and rattlesnakes. Now, for anybody that lives in Oklahoma, you're probably like, what an ignorant dent. I agree. I agree. But as somebody outside of Oklahoma, I've never been there, that's all I think about. Somebody says Oklahoma, well, three things. And tumbleweeds. I think of tumbleweeds, rattlesnakes, and tornadoes. Gas map says it's $3.89 in Louisiana. Gas used to be $2 back in the day. I still remember, I think one time when I was in high school, I think I paid 98 cents a gallon. I still remember thinking when it went up over $2, I'm like, oh man, this is nuts. I think of Sylvester Stallone. I heard it was... Okay, what is up with all this hearsay? Yeah, I heard I'm not good looking. Obviously, that's just false. During COVID, for a while, it was 99 cents here. Yeah, that is always my favorite argument for the corporate greed people. So if you ever stumble upon somebody that wants to blame high gas price on corporate greed, ask them this question and watch the mental gymnastics start to play out. Say, oh, so then would you argue during COVID that was corporate kindness? Like that was those oil companies just being very kind because they lowered the prices down to 99 cents wherever you were? And then you'll notice something. They will look at you like an idiot and be like, no, you idiot. There was nobody driving at that point. That's why prices went down. And you would say, oh, I agree. So what you're saying is it's a supply and demand thing. There was not a lot of demand, but there was a lot of supply. That's why prices went down. So yeah, it was actually not corporate kindness. It was supply and demand. However, you'll notice that they're trying to, then they hop over here and, well, no, now all of a sudden supply and demand, it doesn't apply anymore. Now it's corporate greed all of a sudden. Interesting. Interesting logic you have there. Seems a little one-sided. But yes, that does always, I still remember COVID, it got really cheap. But they still made profit at 99 cents. I don't know if they were making a profit. It has nothing to do with whether or not we produce our own oil. See, this is the problem. People don't understand supply and demand. Yes, I know. Well, we don't get any of our oil from Iran. Fine, I agree. We don't get any of our oil from Iran. But countries that do get it from Iran are right now not getting it from Iran. But these countries do still want oil. So therefore, maybe they'll come to America now for oil. But we as consumers, usually, hey, the only people that want our oil are Americans. But now we have Chinese people that want our oil, Indian people that want our oil, etc., etc., etc. In other words, our oil companies now have more demand and their supply. So yeah, of course, supply and demand. But we let oil companies take our resources and then sell them to other countries. Yeah. So I guess I don't know. Like, what are you saying that now the government comes in and does price controls? And I mean, yeah, that would be the free market, correct? Yeah, exactly. Crusher, he already got boxed in. He's like, oh, well, that's true. I guess I can't call it corporate greed. But hey, they still made money at 99 cents. Yeah. That's just saying why drilling or oil doesn't matter. I mean, it could. It could. Like, don't get me wrong. It is good. It is good that we have our own resources. That is for sure good. But like right now, the whole argument of, oh, well, it doesn't matter because we don't get our oil from Iran displays, I don't think you quite understand. I just in general, like, yeah, but that's not the problem because no, if you're a shareholder of oil companies, hey, you know what? You're probably going to be getting some good dividends, maybe some special dividends, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what XOM or CVX or oil companies are doing, but I'm guessing their stock's doing very well right now. Anyways, that's always my. It's fun to watch the mental gymnastics go when everybody wants to say corporate greed. It's like ask them if they believe in corporate kindness. What I've discovered is people don't believe in corporate kindness, only corporate greed. It's like think about the TVs. Who remembers when TVs used to be like $5,000 for a 4K? Have you guys seen the corporate kindness? Like now you can get a 4K TV for like $300. Aren't corporations so kind? Amazing. They are so nice. They are so nice. That corporate kindness. Man, I'm so thankful. I also do appreciate when corporations are very kind and they lower plane tickets to the Bahamas in June. That's always I appreciate that. They get kind. They get very nice. They give such good deals. Those prices drop on those plane tickets to the Bahamas or anywhere warm in the months of June and July and August. It's crazy. They're so nice. In short, 628. By the way, I'm being sarcastic. I understand. Hey, you idiot. That's because not that many people want to fly to the Bahamas in June. Yes, I know. It is more desirable in the middle of winter. AK, there's more demand. That's why prices are higher. Hopefully, I really hope all of you are like, yes, we know this, Clay. But some people, I don't think they know that. I think their rationale goes corporate greed in wintertime. Those plane tickets, those plane companies, they just decide to get greedy and jack up prices out of nowhere. Do we get the breakout here? Do I take a swing? The chat has gone absolutely silent. I really should not go on these. It's not even a political rant, though. I'm literally talking economics. It's amazing how economics to some people severely offends them. It's crazy. They're all shorting and holding their breaths. I mean, I can see the short. It's not a terrible. It's just a question of does it reject at the overnight high here? Well, hey, if you want to help support the stream, code Clay, all caps with any of these prop firms I recommend. I love Take Profit Trader. I think they're the king of the business. Best one out there, regardless of if you're a beginner to the prop firm space or experienced. I would definitely argue if you're a beginner to the prop firm world, Take Profit Trader, definitely the best one to get started with. But yes, then if you want to once you get experience and want to expand your empire, then there are these other prop firms here that you can use. So code Clay, save yourself some money, whatever the promotions are. Code Clay will give you that same exact deal. Like I said, it helps support the stream as this is totally viewer supported. So if you want to help keep the stream ad free and then just flat out keep the stream going, then got to help support the stream, and code Clay is how that happens. So I am mentally beat. I'm tired. I need to call it good. So we are going to go ahead and call it mission complete. On your way out, if you don't mind hitting that like button, that would be great. I'll be back tomorrow at the very latest, 11 a.m. Eastern. Usually I show up early though, so not only should you subscribe, if you do care about exactly when I go live, that's where turn on the notification bell can help you out there. So like I said, going to call it good. Thank you everybody for being here. Another good little stream. Nothing too crazy. I think I had that first trade. Was that a loser? And then from there, I think it was all green trades. So yeah, I'll take it. So thank you everybody for being here. Hit that like button. And like I said, code Clay, all caps. Feed some hungry children. Use code Clay. Thanks for watching. Have a good